What's new there? Be right back.
Oh. Jesus, Palava. 10 Wolfie. Oh, Rivers on it. He's a verbal diver. That's pretty neat. Oh yeah, I know one thing I need to do. Let's turn off them ghastly days. That's better. Because they're in a big massive blank box. That's pretty neat. It has been raining off and on, like quite heavy showers, but we need persistent rain. No, I do not want Free's new game surface. Go away. No. My phone is a phone, not something to play video games on. I have games consoles free to play video games on. And if I want to play games mobilely, I have a Nintendo Switch, which I need to go on. Oh, Brees is in, so that's 10. Jeez, Ripper's into 41s. Oh. That is crazy quick. At least someone on Pro is in Pro pace. Nope. Dan's back, the dog's had a shit. Ooh, we're 30 away from 500. Yeah. Oh, that's Killer Camel. The snitch. Punted off the track. Stitches, yeah. Dave. I hate I think what Daniel's doing right now. Eating against us, probably. He secretly loves them.
Oh God.
Oh yeah.
Who the hell is this New Yorker guy?
No idea. Purging his testicles.
I'm dead.
Oh, you sound out of breath there, Dad. Did you have a wank?
Whoa. No, I was chasing the dog around.
You were having one, weren't you?
Yeah.
Admit it. Yeah, see. We know. We know.
Right. We're about to go live in a minute, alright?
You...
And we are live in 3, 2. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Acc Simplay Motorsport. My name is Dan Davis, and joining me in the commentary spot once again is my good friend PN Motorsport. Phil, how are you doing this evening, mate?
Oh, I just hope this little bit of muggy weather passes. I would turn the aircon on, but you won't hear me at all if I turn that on. Probably a good thing.
Wow, it is a bit hot here in the UK, but not as hot as everywhere else, especially in Europe and also in America at the minute. But needless to say, we are live here in South Africa, here at Kyalami for the next round of the season here, rounds 11 and 12, technically round 6 of the championship. And what a circuit we come to, what a track that we don't often get to see very much here. On most racing events, you don't see it on F1, even though it has hosted an F1 race here before. But either way, we're in South Africa for Kyalami. What do we think of this track, PN? It's very it's a word that I would use, and my gamer tag would agree. It's a bit unorthodox, isn't it?
Yeah, I love it, but don't watch my performance in Pro-Am last night. Just please don't.
Yeah, I have to agree. I do like this circuit as well. It's very unique and different. With obviously the elevation changes from up to the top of the hairpin, all the way to the dreaded curb that everybody tries to avoid and stay away from. But either way, it is a fantastic circuit. And do we put it up there with probably the best one on this calendar?
It's close up there. We've had Spa though, so you can't beat Spa.
And obviously we'll be going to Silverstone as well. So
yeah, and if we had Monza this season, oh, that'd be heaven. The Aston might be actually good around Monza.
The Retia might be good at Monza. And if you did see my complete shams of an attempt of driving that car, you can have a look on the Tuesday night stream where Am hit the track. Pro-Am hit the other night, as well as I believe it was a bit chaotic in Pro-Am. But it is now the pros' turn, and it's once again this man leading the way. Ripper has really started to grab a strong hold of this championship, currently doing a 41.6, but he's only 2/10 ahead of Benno, who is in P2. And yeah, so far these two way out in front, 1.2 ahead. Is that low fuel? That is the question. Going back to obviously Kyalami PN, a circuit that I said doesn't really see much action these days, more like track days, if anything, around this circuit. There's 16 turns.
Apart from a 9-hour race they have at the end of every year, about October time.
Yeah,
normally
a 9
just
hour.
before that first 1,000, the V8 supercars race.
What an iconic race that is as well. The circuit is 4.522 kilometers long, and it's anti-clockwise, FIA graded, but only FI grade 2, I believe. And the track itself is 12 meters wide, but the main straight is actually 15 meters wide, and it includes a full pit lane with 40 garages involved, and also it does have another location for the pit garages as well down the second straight. So basically a circuit that's been around for a while. A capacity of 100,000 people could be here, and it was first opened in 4th of November 1961, 61 years ago, and it has held
Not this layout, though. It was a
not
very
this
different
layout.
layout.
Yes, very different layout. It's actually had, from what I can see here, 7 different layouts. So Kyalami has obviously changed a lot over the years, and this is the iconic one we have today. F1 have raced here, I believe it was 20 times. There are 20 races here, and we're not.
And the last one was 30 years ago.
And it was, yeah. We're just north of Johannesburg as well. So the circuit is very much well out there, and definitely holds still a lot of races here in GT3s. And the lap record is actually held by a Porsche 991-2, I think it is. A 99 brackets 2, whatever it is. I know the car.
GT3.
Yeah, some form of Porsche, something with a 9 in it. But either way, it is the Porsche that is the favoured car around here, as Ripper in the Audi is showing what the Audi can do, as we got another driver joining the server.
Speaking of Porsche, it's Gary.
Gary 131. Now, what can this man do in this car? So if no one knows, obviously testing for this track went really well for the Porsche. It definitely suits its kind of style, and Gary was very quick around here. Can he be as quick as Ripper and Benno? That is the question. But we've just gone past the halfway stage of the season, PN. We've got to this stage where we've recently found out as well that sadly De Silva had to pull out. Our defending champion is no longer racing in pro. So really, it's who can stop this man on the screen right now. Ripper is really on a roll. Brands Hatch didn't quite go the way he wanted to, but he was still doing a pointsy round. He was scoring the points. He was there when he needed to be, even though his teammate Camel was much quicker at stages. He was just doing what he needed to do to win the championship, wasn't he?
Yeah, and well, with De Silva unfortunately gone, which is a great loss. I think he's just struggling getting back from work, and he prefers the PS5 version. Who can blame him? Because you've played the later version on PC. So it is a downgrade coming down back to the PS4. Matt's going to lose races as Fury joins. He will. It's hard to say. Overtaker's missing this week and next week because he's on holiday.
Well, in that case then, let's have a look at the championship standings. As it stands at the minute, Ripper leads the way, 63 points ahead of Overtaker, who's not here tonight. His next closest rival is Matahimovic, who will miss rounds. He's 65 points behind. Then I think this has been done wrong because they're in the wrong order. Sorry, they're in the wrong order. It should be Breeze, who's Ripper's closest championship rival. He is 155 points. He's 61 behind of Ripper. Then it's Overtaker in third. Matt is in fourth. De Silva in fifth, but we don't know how much of the season he can complete. Sixth is Killer Camel. Seventh is Fury. No, it's not, because these are all wrong. So I'll be with you in a second because these are actually incorrect. So let me just adjust these a minute.
Oh, Gary's setting light. Oh, Gary's class has been lowered on the floor, so he might be coming out. His Discord's popping off for someone who's just joined the Discord asking questions. It's good to ask questions. That's how we...
Yeah. It's good to ask questions, but also it's good to ask questions when people are available to answer them.
Yeah, well, all the like 2 of the admin teams here, and the other 2's on track. So we can't really do much at the moment, can we?
Not really. Right, let's do this again. Now it's in the correct order. Ripper leads the way with Breeze in second. Third is Overtaker with fourth is Matimovic. Fifth is Fury. Sixth is De Silva. Seventh is Wolfinator. Eighth is Peaceful Explosion. Ninth, Killer Camel. 10th is Nexus. And 11th is Benno. 12th is Prava. 13th is Shane. Gary 131 is in 14th. Euro is in 15th. With T still not here tonight either. He's not been around for a while. He's 16th with David in 17th. 18th is Hitman and F1 Billow bringing up the rear, and still no sign of him. Regarding the teams, it is still Killer Performance leading away with quite a large margin over Simplay Racing, who are in second place. Third is Jaeger Motorsport with Teletubby Motorsport in fourth. JWB Racing Esports 2 is in fifth with Button Bashers Racing in P6. JWB Esports Racing 1 is bringing up the rear. And regarding the championships for manufacturers, is pretty much in the bag for McLaren. They're way out in front, ahead of Bentley, Ferrari, Aston Martin, Lexus, Porsche, Honda, Audi, BMW, Mercedes, Nissan, Lamborghini, Retia, and then the Jaguar bringing up the rear. So that is your championship standings, and while we were reading them out, Benno has gone fastest of them all, and across the line comes Ripper. Can he improve, or is he just working on pace? I think he's working on pace.
Said in Discord, I just saw it pop up. He said, I love this track. He did. Just make sure you don't cross any pit lines, Benno.
Indeed.
He's been caught a few times now. As we say, evening to the New Yorker, or I guess, me, and it's probably either Matt or you in the Simplay account.
It is me today. It is me today. So obviously a reminder to the guys watching the stream and everybody here, if you haven't done so, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell to be notified so you don't miss a single thing here at Simplay Motorsport. Also, another thing to take into consideration, this first race tonight, it is not a simple qualifying session, it is a reversed grid start. And obviously due to the championship, we go in championship reverse order. Now, as I'm blabbering on constantly here, I am trying to find the grid order for tonight. It will be Hitman. It is, I've got it now, blood. P1 will be Hitman, and in P2 will be Gary 131. Shane will be starting in third with Brava starting fourth. Fifth will be Benno, so that's going to be a very interesting position for him, especially with this pace. Nexus will start in sixth with seventh is Killer Camel. Eighth will be Peaceful Explosion. Ninth will be Green Wolfinator. 10th will be Fury. 11th will be Matimovic. 12th is Breeze, and bringing up the rear as our championship leader is the Ripper. Now, that is the running order. We've still got 5 3/4 of a session left here, and I don't think we have any chance of rain here. It's beautiful sunshine here in South Africa. I'm getting a lovely tan. I'm in my lovely bikini. I hope it's not flashing too much.
That's an image I don't want.
Mate, you're right next to me in the commentary box. Do you like the look? I've gone for the same look as the Jaeger boys here. You know, the Cole Trickle look. You know, bright green. You know, mankini.
Grello, Manfight Racing, especially on a Porsche. It's Manfight if you watch Nürburgring and DTM.
So Gary crosses the line and he only goes P12 at the minute, but he takes a minute or two to get himself going. Current guys still on track at the minute. We haven't seen a bit of Killer Camel. Let's have a look at Killer Camel and how he's doing in the Lexus. Regarding the cars though here tonight, PN, which out of all the cars do you think is favoured for this circuit? It's very much, you've got one sector which is a lot of long straights and slow corners. Then you've got sector 2, which is a bit more tight, twisty, kind of medium speed corners and a slow hairpin. And then finishing off the final sector with a very tricky final sector. The corners are awkward, they've got a lethal curb as well. Which out of all these cars do you think looks the best here tonight?
I don't know. Well, Benno's loving the out via Bentley right now, but it's not really the private car here because it's a bit boatly-like and heavy. I reckon either something mid-engine like the Audi or the Honda, or dare I say it, McLaren.
Well, the McLaren's an all-rounder anyway, so the only real McLaren that's really going to be a threat tonight is probably Breeze. So McLaren are going to lose points here tonight, I think, with no overtaker, no De Silva as well. They are going to lose points. Audi are looking very good, so I wouldn't be surprised if Ripper will be up there as well. Killer Camel in the Lexus now within 6/10 of Benno. But I do think the Porsche, this suits the Porsche track for me. But like you say, I think it's something mid-engined or rear-engine, something that's got a very pointy front end that can make the corners, and something that can abuse the curves as well.
I could abuse the curbs in the Aston a little bit. It's just everywhere else I couldn't. It was just a nightmare.
I could tell you for sure the Retia wouldn't do it at all.
Yes, I know. I was watching.
Very, very interesting car.
It could be worse. And, well, with Keith was still an AM in the Jag.
Well, we'll see. At least my goal for the AM race was just to beat the Jag, so we did that. I was up in third at one point, which was impressive. I thought, hey, we might have something here, but then, you know, I came to blow with being in AM. So,
well, it was still cleaner than Pro-Am.
I don't know. I saw the interesting side of AM. Let's put it that way. Right, so there's a poll gone out at the minute for who you think is going to win race 1. I've kind of done a mixed match. We've done the front row with Hitman and Gary131. We've also got Benno and Ripper as well. We've currently been on Camel for a while. Let's have a look at somebody else, shall we? Let's have a look at Furby, shall we? The man who won 2 race wins in the Porsche Super Cup, and he won't let me live it down. But it was only 1 round. Brands is done. We'll see how he gets on at Snat. He was.
It'd be interesting at Snat, especially from the after the bridge all the way round to the end of the lap, where you're loading the car up.
Well, my problem was that the fact that Fury was being a bit of a baby, you know, crying and saying, "Oh, you got a setup. You're running a setup." Blah, 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 blah. And then the guy goes and wins without a setup anyway. So I don't know what he was crying about, to be fair. So
maybe because some of the field is falling off the road in that race.
They are a tricky car. I think a lot of drivers underestimated the Porsche Super Cup. I know for a fact the new one.
He's validated as that. He's ran wide.
See, look, he can't even keep a lap time together. You know.
You probably touched that yellow curb on the inside of that corner. That one is a do not touch.
As we got Micro in the chat saying, "Evening, folks. Quick lap, quick times already being set here. Very much so. 41.5 is very, very quick around here." As Fury attempts to do another lap time, as Gary131 has put himself in mid-pack, he will be starting on the front row. He's just behind, I believe that is Emplava just in front of him, and the Honda it's been, from what I've seen and heard. I don't know much about ACC, but I know the fact that this Honda seems to be very good at the intercontinental tracks, and obviously Kyalami is a part of that pack. Do you expect the Honda to be strong tonight, or do we think that Peaceful and Emplava have got a lot of work to do in their Simplay racing cars?
Well, if they can keep it on the black stuff and not make it all Honda-like and go on the grass, it could be a threat. You know, the grass is looking a bit long, though, boys. You might need to mow that. Honda jokes. Honda jokes.
You know, it belongs in one place and one place only, doesn't it?
Yeah, on the grass. Because
on the grass.
Honda make fantastic lawnmowers and fantastic motorbikes.
Well, this is what I mean. There's nothing against Honda. They're just very good at cutting my lawn, that's all. And it's nice to see that... Well, to put it this way, Gary131, we knew the Porsche was going to be strong around here, and he has managed to jump his teammate. I think this has been a while since Gary's actually been quicker than Matt here this season, so it'd be interesting to see. So Fury's now finally going to complete a lap time here. He hasn't, I think I gave him a setup, I can't remember. We made a deal that he would run the Lexus and I'd help him out with setups, so we'll see how he crosses the line, and he does put a lap time together, but it's not quick enough. Killer Camel in the other Lexus, though, is on a lap, and we'll have to wait for him to get around. There's Ben in the chat saying, "Evening, everyone." Let's hear from you guys in the chat and get involved as well with the The poll, as we've got 7 votes already, and 57% of you reckon that Ripper is going to win this one, but it's actually Benno who is top of the session. So, as a quick rundown at the end of a free practice, Benno is fastest with Ripper in second, third is Killer Camel, Gary131 is fourth, Matimovic is fifth, with Nexus is sixth, and Peaceful Explosion in seventh, eighth is Breeze, ninth is Emplava, 10th is Wolfinator, and that's gone now. Which is helpful. We'll go back to this. Wolfinator was 10th, Shane was 11th, and Hitman was 12th, with Fury in 13th place. That was your order. Now,
well, why are you going out on track? It's only a minute qualifying, so we can reset our cameras.
I mean, it's not really that much of an issue, is it, if they go out on track? The only thing they do have to worry about is if they cross that white line. If they cross that white line. He touched it. But obviously, it is qualifying, so in the race, you won't be able to get away with that, Wolfie.
Yeah.
Right, so, PM, we haven't done this in a while. We haven't done this in the last couple of rounds. Race 1 winner, who do you think it's going to be?
Ripper. I think Ripper's going to rip through the field, to be honest.
I'm going to go with how confident he is around the track and how he feels about it. I'm going to go Benno for this one. He starts near the front. He's got a good chance at possibly getting a race win. I don't think he's won this season, so could be his first win of the season. But Wolfinator is still going round. He ain't going to get a lap time in, but I know sometimes that when I'm sat there, I just want to drive a little bit to keep me, in the zone. Keep me going.
You sit there with a PS Vita on your lap or your Nintendo Switch and sort of like have a racing game on there, and just like have a quick lap on there.
Yeah, and then it lags out my internet, and then we're in more trouble.
Turn the Wi-Fi off on it first.
As Wolfinator continues to go around, and the session is over. There was really no point in going out, but either way, he has gone out. We get to see his lovely bright green McLaren go around for JWB Racing. I think it's him and Hitman.
No, it's him and Mr. T.
Well, Mr. T is in here.
And Hitman's the one with Benno. For the JWB boys.
Benno. So we at least have 3 here tonight with just missing T. And it is going to be an interesting one for sure. Kyle Army. Yeah, make sure you do that. I've already done that. So we are good to go here. Right. So as people are getting their votes in now, I should probably do the best bit right now, which is to plug the channel. If you haven't done so, then please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell to be notified so you do not miss a single bit here at Simplay Motorsport. Also, make sure you tune in on Sunday night as the Porsche Super Cup will be returning once again. They won't be running... Yeah, I don't know what was happening. I was trying to speak faster than I actually could.
You've got a minute. You've got a minute before you have, and they've got to get the formation, so you're fine.
I'm trying to make it smooth and consistent, It sounds like proper professional, not just all this
Here and there, like Borsey.
Here and there, there and there. Thank you for the carrots, all them, and it's not ebbing and flowing, that kind of thing. But yeah, hit the bell to be notified so you don't miss anything here at Simplay Motorsport. Also, make sure you tune in on Sunday night. They will be returning the Porsche Super Cup. We head to Snetterton for round 2. All British circuits. It's Snetterton, Autumn Park, Silverstone, and we finish at Donington Park. We've already had Brands where Fury took 2 wins. And then, obviously, Tuesday night, we'll be back looping around to the GT3s. We'll be heading to Zandvoort for the next round of the season. Back to the Netherlands, of home of Max Verstappen, and some of these boys as well, I believe, are Dutch as well. So we'll see how we get on around there. As the AMs will be back on track. I don't know if I'm going to even bother returning back in the Retia, who knows, but we'll see how the rest of the guys get on. And also on a Wednesday night, it is Pro-Am as well, and then we'll be back around to the pros once again. Also, if you are in the channel right now, if you scroll down and hit the bio, you can see all of our lovely links to our Facebook page, our Twitter, and also to our Discord. And if you want to get involved with anything that's going on here at Simplay Motorsport, head over to the Sim Grid as well, so you can get yourself signed up and ready for racing, because we'll be getting things got up to date as soon as possible once this season's out the way. Some fun events also possibly happening, not just on here, but maybe on an F1 game or a Project Cars, maybe Gran Turismo, who knows. one other
I've got
thing.
an idea for Gran Turismo for a fun event.
1 second, OPM, just before I forget. Obviously, we got to thank our lovely sponsors, Design Manchester, who produces vinyl, graphics, and engraves gifts, mugs, and printed clothing as well. Head over to there. They have got a link just below. And also, they do Simplay merchandise as well. And also, head over to Audiosport, who manufacture of Volkswagen Transporter T4 audio solutions and styling products. And they've got a website below and also a link to their Facebook page as well. Fun event for GT7 PN. Let's hear it.
Real life Group 1s, so none of these VGT rubbish. So you've either got LMP1 or Group Cs at Le Mans for 2 hours with a day and night cycle.
I think it should be nothing newer than 2000.
What? So it's just Group C cars?
Yeah, just Group C.
Well, we all know what Group C car you're on.
Well, yeah, the one I was just about to say, the one that I based my Retio off. Mazda 787B would be the car I would be in. Right, so let's first things first. These guys seem to have sorted themselves out. Let's see if they've actually managed to get the order sorted. Right, so we should have Hitman on pole position, which we do. Gary 131 should then be in second with Shane behind him, and I think they are in position. There's Gary. Where is Shane? There is Shane with Naris Plavins, aka Emprava, in fourth, and there he is in his lawnmower. Then we should have Benno in fifth, which we do, and then we should have Nexus in sixth, as we do also. Then it's Killer Camel, correct, and Peaceful Explosion, yep, with then, where is Peaceful? Let's go on Peaceful. There he is, as the camera pans around. It should then be Wolfinator, as it is, followed by Fury, followed by Matahimovic, and then obviously bringing up the rear is your championship leader, Breeze, with championship leader Breeze. Breeze in second. Then, oh my God, I'm having an absolute stinker tonight. Breeze then Ripper, yes. Right, let's now start to get themselves in 2 by 2. It is Gary 131 versus Hitman. Who's going to take the win here tonight? Don't think anybody's actually gone for Gary this evening. No, one person has, I believe, but so far it's going the way of Ripper. The race has been initialized. We're about to go green here at Kyalami. We are green here. It looks like Nexus had a flyer there. He pulled straight out, and Shane's not really gone nowhere as it goes to the Aston Martin, who leads the way with the Porsche right behind. But watch out for Nexus in the Audis. Looking down the inside, there's multiple cars going into turn one, and Gary's been tapped. There's all sorts of chaos. Wolfinator, the whole half of the pack have been taken out in turn one. Who was the cause of that? I think Nexus was in the middle. No, he wasn't. He cleared Gary 131, but he's now allowed him through after making contact. Matahimovic has gone from the back of the pack to fourth with Ripper. Wow.
Gary's held on to second somehow, despite being ticked nearly into a spin, but his stock car driving came in then and held that, didn't it?
Very much so. Hitman got away with that one. He's long gone into the distance. Gary is now in second. Third is Nexus. Matt is fourth. Then it's Ripper. Then it's Fury. Camel. Shane. Empire. Benno, who's had a torrid start. Breeze. Then it's Wolfinator. And then Peaceful. What chaos into turn one.
It's the usual turn one chaos, isn't it? In sim racing, especially with us lot.
Especially with a big, open, wide corner like that one as well. As we can see, we go back to Matt. Ripper is really hustling the back of that Bentley right now.
And you think that actually would be narrowing down to the 12 metres then, wouldn't it? From the start figure straight.
It would have been 15 metres wide, then funneled down to 12. How do they all survive this horrible curb that they come through? Hitman goes through, no problem. Gary, Nexus, Matt, Ripper all avoiding the curb. Camel avoids it. So does Emprava. And the rest of the guys all doing very well to avoid that horrid yellow curb, except for Peaceful, who's hit the curb and he has gone around. He's managed to avoid the wall, but we are away. And right now, Ripper is looking so fast in his Audi. I think it'll be a moment of time until Matt is under some immense pressure from the Audi.
Probably already is, to be honest, looking at it.
Wow. To be fair, that Bentley is a wall, so Ripper's got a hard job of getting past. Meanwhile, Benno has made a move on Emprava into turn one, and he's got that job done as Breeze follows him through, but not able to make the move as well. as he's got a little bit of damage to the front end of his car. We'll go back to Matt and Ripper because this is hotting up as Fury's just on the back of them as well.
Gary's nearly within a second of Hitman for the lead as they come through. Couple of corner names here. Barbecue, then Sunset. They need to name the next corner Thunderstorm, because every time I've had a barbecue, it's been about sunset in a thunderstorm.
Nice. So right now Matt's still trying to keep himself ahead of Ripper, but he's got to try and find his way past Nexus. Nexus goes a little bit wide as they head towards the hairpin. Nexus chooses to defend the inside, but it's quite a weird hairpin. It opens up. Matt's trying to get on the power, but he can't quite get alongside as Nexus would just hang in there. While these two are too busy battling, Gary is caught right onto the back of Hitman. And one thing I forgot to mention, Gary's 1 away from 25 pole positions. Will he be able to get that in race 2? Because he looks very, very fast. As I say that, Matt has sent it down the inside of Nexus. Is he going to get the job done as they head towards the curb? And Matt will stay in front, and a good job there from Matt. He gets the job done. Now Ripper is looking down the inside of the final hairpin, and he makes contact with Nexus. Nexus gets away with it, but Ripper hits the wall.
Hitman looked like he was wide at the final turn, and Gary got alongside, but the Porsche doesn't quite have the horsepower combined with the Aston.
The Porsche is slightly slower in a straight line, I think, than most cars, but it's very, very good in the tight, twisty stuff. You can see that for sure. He's right on the back bumper of Hitman. So Hitman had a couple of laps where it was nice and easy for him, and now he has got Gary 1-1, sending it down the inside. What a move from Gary there. Not an easy place to...
And then the horsepower of the Aston come in again.
Yeah, he's going to have to get it done. He's got to get it done in a traction zone. He really needs to find a point where the Porsche has better traction than the Aston. But Gary really loving Kyle Army, and he gets right on the back wheel. No one has voted for... Oh, sorry. 2 people have voted for Gary.
I bet you're one of them, Smithy. Because he's in the chat. He was in my chat a minute ago, but he's now in the main chat.
So Hitman really under some pressure here. Now, the problem is that Gary's going to have his teammate who's higher up in the championship is coming up behind him, but Gary would want a win. Matt's had one this season. Gary wants to get that monkey off his back and try and get a win. He is really hustling the back of Hitman. What is happening elsewhere? Everyone else pretty stable except for this group of cars where you got we got Fury's had a moment. He's had a moment. He's dropped behind Breeze. He was racing with Camel, and he's now lost out. So Breeze is ahead of Fury. He's now under pressure from his teammate Shane, and Emplava has gone very wide. So Wolfinator might not be able to come at them at the minute. Hitman, though, still leading this race, but he's got a train of cars behind him.
He's doing a trolley train, isn't he, at the moment?
He is. As Smithy says in the chat, great track for the Porsche. I thought I'd give the other guys a chance last night. Definitely
no,
so,
you
Smith.
didn't have a DLC. I know your excuse.
So Hitman looked like he just tried. Gary sent it! What a move for Gary. He figured out where the Aston Martin seemed weak. He's got the job done, but here comes the grunt of the Aston right on the back end of the Porsche, and he can't quite get close enough, can Hitman, and now he is under pressure from Matt Imovic. So Gary now has an opportunity to disappear into the distance. Hitman goes wide, and Matt looks to the inside. Matt makes contact with Hitman. Is that going to send him round? It has pushed him wide. And that's it. Hitman drops down the order. The stewards might be looking at that one. That's a bit of a push to pass, if you're talking to me. And he's dropping down the order very quick. He's now lost out to Benno.
We'll find out with it.
Well, we'll see if Hitman puts it in, but to me that looked like a bit of a push to pass. So now Gary 131 leads the way with Jaeger Motorsport 1 and 2. Matt in second. Is Matt going to fight his teammate? That is the question. Ripper now has had a better exit out of the hairpin. He's going to go around the outside of Nexus, and he just gets the job done, and he'll have the inside for the right-hander. But Nexus could get the undercut. He'll have the inside for the tricky right-hander with the horrible curve.
Off the road.
And Ripper stays in front. Where is Shane? He's at a moment. There is Wolfinator in front of him, and Peaceful's just struggling to catch onto the back of these guys as the pit window will open very shortly. Down the main straight we go to start lap 4. It is Gary, Matt Imovic, Ripper, Nexus, Camel. Benno's flying through the pack. He's flying through the pack really quickly now with Hitman dropping down to 7th. Breeze in 8th, Fury 9th. 10th is Emprava, 11th is Wolfinator, 12th is Shane, and Peaceful is in 13th. They're still all relatively close to one another, and that was due to the great racing between Gary131 and Hitman. But Matt giving him a little shove out of the way, saying, "Oi, here I come." Bentley's working his way through.
And now Matt's on the back of Gary. I could listen into Matt's stream right now and see what he's saying, but I'm not going to. As Ripper's having a little look behind Matt.
Benno's more having a look at Camel at the minute. He's right on the back bumper of the Lexus. He couldn't get any closer if he tried. So Benno already showing how good he is around here. I may have cursed him at the start because he did lose out quite a lot. But we said, I think PN, you went for Ripper. I've gone for Benno. And Benno is he's definitely sticking with these guys. He needs to clear Ripper as quickly as he can because he seems to be the cork in the bottle at this minute.
He needs to clear Camel.
That's the one.
Yeah, quite close for the race lead, but Gary and Matt aren't running away.
Oh,
Ripper's
Shane's gone
driven.
wide. Shane's gone wide. It looks like he's got major damage to the front end of that Lexus. But yeah, the whole pack's still relatively close. I mean, they're all still in the same sector. Gary leading the race as Matt goes a little bit wide. And here comes Ripper. What a exit he had then. He's going to the outside of Matt Imovic, but he can't quite get the job done. He'll get the undercut, but as you can see, the track is a bit of a weird angle there, and he just loses grip on exit. But he is right on the back of the Bentley. Is he going to go for a Sati send it into turn one? That is the question. He is looking at it. He's thinking about it.
Benno's having a look at Camel.
He is indeed. The Bentley down the inside on the Lexus. Is he got the job done? He's going to push the Lexus wide, but Camel able to keep the momentum around the outside, and he keeps the position. Meanwhile, I think Breeze has had a moment with Fury, and Breeze has gone round as Wolfinator is looking to make a move on Emprava. We go back to the leaders, and Matt's still trying to defend heavily from...
Matt's first time from Gary, so yeah, Matt's definitely in defence mode at the moment.
Yeah, he would want a Jaeger Motorsport 1-2 right now. Gary's just got to keep it on track as Ripper goes wide. Yeah, he's losing a little bit of time there. So Benno still struggling to clear Camel at the minute, which is all helping Ripper, to be fair, because we saw the pace that Benno had round here, and he's very fast in that Bentley. So right now, Camel's doing a fantastic job to keep his teammates safe and keeping the Bentley behind him.
He is indeed, but with race 2 though, with the qualifying, we need to check who's on qualifying bans actually in the break.
I think I know because I've already got the list up. So weekly roundup, we should have Killer Camel is the only one with a qualifying ban this week. So Killer Camel will not be able to qualify for race 2. We go back to the front. Gary's extended the gap to 6/10 as Matt comes straight into the pits. And we'll be keeping an eye on pit lane as Benno. He's into the pits as Hitman goes past. Fury, will he opt to pit? He's had a big moment. He's gone wide as Emprava. Oh! Breeze is in.
I didn't quite see it end coming in.
It's on the stream, so you can decide what you think on that one. But, oh, Gary's made a mistake. It's Ripper leading now. Has Matt made a mistake here by pitting early? He was Gary's defence, and now Ripper's gone
straight away.
Yeah, Ripper is now leading this race with clear air. Ripper can pull away now, and we saw the pace he had. So
yeah,
he's going to have to go long. Ripper is going to go long on this one for sure. But Gary went 1-3-1, a costly mistake there. He's still on the back of the Audi though.
It's not all lost as Matt is now away.
Out of the pits, here he comes. Is he going to touch a white line? That is the question. White line racing, he's been nicknamed after the chaos in the brands. And towards the exit he comes. Perfectly clean. Now, Benno's turn. We've got to keep an eye on the action as well as Gary's lost time to Ripper. Wolfinator is still trying to hassle the back of Peaceful, but he is long gone into distance, and Benno is clear. Now we got Breeze and Emplava. We'll go on Emplava because we can see both of them then as Breeze comes out of the pits. Looks good to me. Oh, Emplava getting a little bit close, but he's all good. Right, we go back to the lead because they now come into the final sector. It's Ripper from Gary, and both of them looking very strong as in comes Nexus. And Camel's into the pits also. Hitman staying out for a little bit longer with Fury going a little bit wide, but he managed to keep it within track limits.
Oh, Shane, that was close.
Peaceful into the pits. Peaceful's come in very fast. I won't be surprised if he's got a speed in, because that was pretty quick.
Yeah, that pit
Gary's
lane
had a
line.
moment. Gary had a moment in turn 1. He had a big, horrible snap, and the car just did not like that at all.
Yeah, well, that speed limit line comes very quickly in the pit. Another track what's got to be like that will be Laguna Seca. When we go to Laguna.
It will indeed. Gary just seems to be struggling now. We got Ripper, who's come out on track, and he has got Shane in his way. Shane has to get out the way. He has to obey to the blue flags. And right now, Ripper will not want to be seen in the back of that Lexus any longer.
That's 3 corners, Shane.
It is 3 corners. He is holding him up. Nexus is on his way out, as is Camel. So Nexus has done his pit stop, and away he goes. Looks pretty good to me. All within the white lines, as does Camel.
Shane's still holding up Ripper. That's 3 or 4 marshal posts now. He's got to move out of the way.
He does have to move out of the way. So right now, Shane has moved out of the way. He's gone wide and allowed Ripper to go through. Ripper can decide if he wants to put that in or not. It's up to him at the end of the day, but he is coming into the pits.
Yep. That looked quick as well. It's Gary coming in.
No, Gary's going to stay out. He's had a little bit of a twitchy moment earlier on, but he stayed out. Hitman is into the pits. Fury now into the final sector. Is he going to? No, he's going to do one more lap, as will Wolfinator, I think. Wolfinator's gone a little bit wide, but he stays out. So now your race leader is Gary. Regarding the pit stops, it is Matahimovic who leads the way. And Nexus is then the next car. Killer Camel in 8th with Benno in 9th. Benno actually lost time, then gained any out of that one. So
he lost a little bit of damage to fix damage. I did notice some scuffs on the car.
Possibly so, as Breeze is right on the rear wing of M Plava after their pit stops. So we'll see what they can do. But once all the pit stops are done, the one we need to keep an eye on is Matahimovic and Ripper. Ripper has had chance on his own to pump in some lap times. He's green, but he's further down the pit lane. I say that, he's pretty much out the pit lane now, and Matt not really anywhere near him. So Matt exits the final corner. There he is coming to the line, and Ripper's already halfway down the straight. So Ripper now leads the race with quite a comfortable margin over Matahimovic.
Yeah, he's probably banging in 42s, wasn't he? So
yeah, possibly so.
Oh, I just saw some lag then by Nexus. Ooh, I'm not going to look at that because that's quite catastrophic.
So Benno is now starting to bring that gap back down to Camel again, but after the pit stops, I don't think Camel has actually repaired any damage to his car. He hasn't, Benno has. So Benno's probably got a clean car. Well, Camel is going to try and deal with it. Nexus is going to probably get disconnected in a minute, as Gary is in. Fury and Wolfinator, how much longer do they take their chances? Fury's hit the curb. He's been flirting with that curb, and he's now hit it into the pits. He comes, and Wolfinator stays out. He will lead this race after this pit stops. But Ripper way out in front at the minute. He's got a comfortable margin over Matt. The interesting fight, though, PN, is this scrap between Nexus, Hitman, Camel, and Benno. We tried to avoid touching Nexus because he seems to be lagging a little bit, but he seems to have calmed down a little bit now.
Let me just check, because it's better if I got booted than you. He is still lagging.
Yeah, he was lagging on my screen as well. Fury's granddad is in the chat, evening all, watching from work again, he says. So Gary's been into the pits as Ripper goes flying past. Gary is still in pit lane, but he's going to lose out to Matt. But he's still on the podium, though. So Gary 131 will so far be in a podium position. Nexus is nowhere near them. And Fury still not gone. He's obviously repairing that damage. But look at this four-way fight at the minute with Nexus leading the pack.
Has anyone got sound? Oh, he's just said. Hang on, let me just double check.
I think There's sound. I mean,
Yeah,
they would
we
have
have
told me
got
otherwise.
sound. We have got sound. I just checked. I just unmuted my laptop.
Cheers,
So it
Holty.
must be Holty saying, "Cheers,
Must be
Holty.
Holty.
You just made us panic a bit, man." Oh.
So Gary's cleared this traffic, which he needed to do because these guys are really hotting up with Nexus leading them. Benno, well, Hitman's actually lost the time out of all these guys. He's actually had a moment and lost position.
Wolfie cut. He was he ran wide and he came into pits over the painted part, which we've put a post in the Discord saying you can't go on there.
Right, so Nexus under a lot of pressure here. Benno looked like he had a look on the inside of Killer Camel then, but couldn't quite get the run towards the fast left-hander. I'll tell you what, these guys are flat in these cars. In the Reti area, it was not flat at all. As Benno is going to send it down the inside of Killer Camel. It's an easy corner to send it, but also can go very wrong. Camel's had to go wide, and he's going to lose out here, I think, as he might have to take to the curb. Benno, nope. He beautifully does that, and he's up another place. Camel has to try and get himself together and try and attack once again. Now, for Benno, his next target is Nexus.
As I'm just keeping an eye on the pit stops as Wolfie pulls away.
And he hasn't repaired his damage either. He's coming straight back out. And he's going to lose out to Peaceful, but he is going to stay ahead of Fury. As Breeze has had a big moment. He's obviously clearly hit the curb. He's gone round, and he will drop to the back of the pack. Shane obviously just said, and he's just clipped the wall to make things worse for himself as well. So
Shane's really struggling in pro, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. Pro's a different kettle of fish, isn't it? It's such a even though it's a step up from Pro-Am, you might have comfortably won Pro-Am, but you come into this group and it's another level again. I mean, some of us who have won championships, it's just even said, it's the level of driving is just improved so much that you do have to be on your game literally every single race. Benno, meanwhile, is right on the back of the lagging Nexus. Can he find a way past him up towards the hairpin? No, he can't at the minute. Or is he going to have a sniff of an opportunity? No, he needs to try and find. Is he going to try and do what he did to Camel down to this right-hander? He set him up beautifully here. As we see Peaceful step down and chat. Good evening, everyone, and good luck tonight. There he goes. Benno, look.
Discord.
Go on.
Brees has put in Discord he is done for race 1.
As Benno is down on the inside of Nexus. This is going to be tight. They touch doors. Ben goes wide. Benno comes out on top. Here comes Killer Camel around the outside. He's had to touch the grass. And that is it. He's run wide, but he's going to get a better exit. But either way, those two are too far up the road. And Benno makes the move. He puts his car in a position, and Ben had to go around the outside. Benno just put his car in the right place. There's nothing he did wrong there, in my opinion. Meanwhile, Fury was on the back of Emplava, but he's had a moment himself.
Oh my god. Nexus, mate, between the sessions, if you listen to the stream, reset your connection. It is really bad. It
is a little bit laggy. Meanwhile, your race leader, Ripper, we haven't seen him for a while. He is way out in front, 6.3 ahead of Matinovic in second. Third is Gary, 131. He's only dropped one place since the start of the race, so it shows that Gary has got decent pace. We will end this poll there. I was meant to end it at the halfway stage, but forgot to. So Gary is still in third with Benno. Benno is in fourth. Nexus is fifth, but he's got Killer Camel breathing down his neck in sixth place position. With Hitman in seventh, your pole man dropping back to seventh. With Peaceful Explosion in eighth. Ninth is Wolfinator. 10th is Amplava, as Fury is in 11th and back into the pit. Shane is in 12th. And Breeze obviously is back on track again. And in 13th place, his championship is falling apart. Breeze's championship is falling apart now. He looked like he was in this championship fight by being consistent, but right now he's going to lose some big points to Matt and I think who's his next closest rival? It's Matt and
Overtaker.
Overtaker's not here. It's Fury. So Fury. So those two are fighting close in the championship. So Fury's on 133. And Breeze is on 155. So they're still close in the championship. Fury is down with Breeze now, so they're going to be scrapping out for the last few places.
I don't know what happened to Fury. I could go into his stream on Twitch and ask him, but I don't think that'd be wise. As we see evening to Fury's mum.
Evening, Laura. We also have Mummy D in the chat also. Nice to see us all in the chat. Please, guys, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel as well, and hit the bell to be notified so you don't miss anything here at Simplay Motorsport. As Nexus runs a little bit wide, that gave Killer Camel a slight glimpse of hope, but he's got more problems of Hitman hunting him down.
Don't know, Nexus car looked very bouncy in places.
Probably gone for a he's gone for a stiff setup by the looks of things, trying to capitalize on the fast corners maybe, but it's not like in the curbs, is it? We have a stiff car, it's very bouncy, and like the Lexus and the Aston there just behind absorbing that bump, while Nexus's car is very bouncy. But on the other hand, is Ripper's car just as bouncy? Is that just the characteristics of the Audi?
Ripper's looks a bit more stable than Nexus's.
He's got this under control, hasn't he? Ripper just looks smooth and calm. He's long gone.
He's gone. He's already got one hand on the virtual trophy, haven't he? Really?
Pretty much.
It's already there.
Smack crosses the line. He's 3.8. He's losing a second a lap at the minute to Ripper, so Ripper must be absolutely flying right now. Gary is actually losing a lot of time to Benno. Benno's been catching him quietly. Yeah, he's been minding his own business. He's got 6.5 minutes, so it's still doable. 3 seconds to gain on Gary, and being the fastest man in practice as well, he could do it. Hitman still just a couple of seconds off the back of Camel, and Peaceful, he's also slowly working his way onto the back of this group. So if anything happens between the three in front, Peaceful can get himself further up the grid. Fury is still in the pits. I don't think he'll be coming out. He looks like he is come to a stop, I think, unless he's got major damage, but I don't think Fury at the minute is looking like he's going anywhere.
Yeah, Benno's slowly winding in on Gary. He's dropped Nexus. Nexus looks a bit more stable connection wise now.
Yeah, it seems to be when there's not a lot of cars around him, he's a bit more stable with the connection. But either way, these three, I think, have just hit a wall where they're all just matching one another and not quite able to catch each other. And Peaceful is hoping that they were going to squabble a little bit so he could catch onto the back of them. But either way, it is Ripper leading the way still, with Matt in second and third. We haven't said this for a while. It's Gary 131, and I just knew Gary was going to be good around here. Like I said, we did a little bit of testing around here, and the Porsche seemed very good. There is Benno. He is coming thick and fast. Won't be long until he's on the back of that Porsche we were just talking about.
Which is probably a bit of an easier Porsche to drive than the Cup car.
Oh, yeah, miles better. Like 10 times better.
You see, you've got a nice big diffuser on this for some rear grip, a bigger wing. Oh, and traction control.
That's a very wide there, Killer Camel. That's an interesting line out the final corner. He's helped him. He's within 9/10 of Nexus, as Peaceful is he's just nibbling at Hitman. He just finds a 10th here and there. Fury has left the session. So that is a retirement if he's not back in the session.
Join as a retirement by Fury, and that'll be a qualifying ban for
Zandvoort.
Next week at Zandvoort.
Of all the circuits as well, to have a qualifying ban, that is not the one. Absolutely done with this car, is undrivable. Well, you said that about the Lamborghini this time last season. So, oh, Gary's made a mistake. Gary's made a big mistake. And that is him gone round. That is the podium gone. And Benno goes through. Can Gary get it going before the others come? He does. But that's overheated the tyres for sure. Gary, big moment there. Now Nexus and Camel. Camel's really caught on the back of Nexus now. And Gary having a slight mistake there.
Oh. The Porsche became very rear-engined then, must have done.
Oh, I think the engine fell out at that point.
It wasn't a Porsche anymore, it was a Beetle.
I mean, if it was Beetle, it would be at the back of the pack, let's be honest.
Well, don't know, you could do engine swaps on Beetles on GT7, and you can put the Porsche RSR engine into the car.
Oh, Nexus has gone very wide. Where has Nexus gone? I thought that was lag, but no, that was genuine mistake there, and he's gone very wide, and he's clipped the curb for good measure as well. So Camel now moves up to P5. Had a great move. Well, I say a great move. He just capitalised on his mistake.
Meanwhile, 10 seconds up the road is Ripper.
Yeah. I think the only man who could really threaten him here tonight is Benno. With Benno with a clear fight, yeah, it's only right if I think he'll be the only one who can really threaten him. They were similar pace in the practice session, so I think the one to watch out for will be Ripper and Benno in race 2. But fantastic racing all the way around, other than the chaos of turn 1, which was a little bit messy. But either way, your order so far for 2 minutes left of this session. Breeze has had another big moment, but at least he's coming to finish the race. Ripper leads the way. Second is Matahimovic with 10-second gap to him. Benno is in third with Gary 131 in fourth. He's just ahead of Camel in fifth. Sixth is Nexus. Seventh is Hitman. Eighth is Peaceful, and he's in 2 seconds now of the guys in front of him. Wolfinator is 9th and 10th is Plava. Shane is 11th and still going, and Breeze bringing up the rear in 12th and obviously having to finish the race, so he does not get a qualifying ban.
Yeah. Ripper really does have one hand on the trophy, doesn't he? You can beat him in that Audi.
The only person who could have was De Silva. Obviously, he did not have the time. Overtaker possibly, but he's not here either. So it's really the only man who's really up against him in the championship is Breeze, and Breeze is having a bad race tonight as Nexus is under some pressure from Hitman.
11-second lead. Benno is second that lap on Matt, so Benno's really got a nice tidy little setup in that Bentley.
He does indeed. I did say he was the man to keep an eye on. Hitman very late on the brakes there, nearly going into the back of Nexus, but he keeps it under control. Peaceful's not too far behind.
Imploding between the teams. That'd be
excuse me.
Stewards, wouldn't it? Both teams to hit each other. Breeze pulling over out of the way to let him lap him.
Good job there from Breeze. Obviously he's got a damaged car. Oh, both of them goes wide. I think they were pretty much track limits there, lads. Come on. You didn't even have two wheels on the curb. Hitman's really pushing. He's really pushing right now because he knows he can see the Honda of Peaceful coming up behind him. Meanwhile, Ripper is into the final sector. Is he slowing down enough so he doesn't have to do another lap? 10 seconds to go. I think we will finish on this lap as Ripper comes into the final corner. 3, 2, 1. That is it. Race is done, and Ripper wins another race again. He wins here at round 11 at Kyalami with the reverse grid as well, with Matahimovic coming around the final corner after a chaotic start to the race. He will take a solid P2 on that one. Benno was catching him ever so slowly towards the end. He will finish in third. 6 seconds behind. He dropped it to 4.2 towards the end. Gary 131 is going to hang in there for fourth place, and he could be happy with that one. Camel was coming for him at the end. Camel will finish in fifth. Has Nexus managed to keep Hitman behind him? He has. Nexus will finish in sixth. Seventh is Hitman. Eighth is Peaceful Explosion. Sixth will be Green Wolfinator. I believe Breeze is coming to the line. He will score points and he will not take a qualifying ban for the next race, so Breeze gets it home. But Wolfinator into the final corner. He's going to finish in ninth, with Plava going to finish in 10th. There is Wolfinator across the line. McLaren doesn't seem very strong here tonight. Both McLarens at the back, with Plava now coming home in P10, and Shane is going to finish us off in P11. But once again, PN, Ripper just absolutely dominated. No one was touching him once he got in front.
No, they weren't. He was a country mile in front of everybody, wasn't he? Once he hit the front, he was gone.
He was indeed, and that's another win to his name, and that extends his championship lead as well. But here comes Shane. He's going to finish the race in 11th place. And that is race 1 done. Ripper wins with Matt in 2nd. 3rd is Benno. 4th is Gary131. We're going to take a short break as these guys will get themselves refreshed and ready for a race 2, which will go into a free practice and then into qualifying, where they all can qualify bar Camel, as he's carrying a qualifying ban. So grab a drink, grab yourself a chance to come in and get yourself refreshed, as we are about to go into a break. And like I said, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell to be notified so you don't miss anything. We shall see you in a few seconds time. Right, we should be clear.
Yeah, well, I just had to take a screenshot of the race results in case Matt haven't got them.
I need a PS5, man.
I'm waiting to have a bring out the Slim and use that more than the launch day one.
I need a PS5 just for better streaming.
Well, I'm on a Pro and I'm in 4K in 1080p. I am.
I'm 720. Okay. Whatever it
Yeah,
is.
I mean.
Oh.
Yeah, okay. I think Shane crossed the line on pit exit. It looked bloody close. Wolfie was off track though when he went in the pits. Do I be a dick and put that in? Still a chat time. Do I be that evil and put that in later? He was kind of out of control and heading towards the Shadow Realm. We'll review it before we add a minute.
You know that I love you, boy. Hot like Mexico, enjoy.
Do you think Fury's done?
Yeah, but he can't moan at me about the Lexus. If he actually puts time and effort into it, then he'd be fine.
Yeah.
He's just been... the other night he was testing it and he was like, nope, I feel good, I don't need a setup. So, I didn't give him one. He didn't ask.
Camel noticed Nexus lagging as well.
Yeah.
Audi did actually used to make aeroplane engines during the World War II. So, when it was still Audi. Well, Auto Union.
Right, I'm gonna go to the toilet a minute. I'll be back in a sec.
Yep.
How long's left? 7 minutes. Yeah, I'll be back in a sec.
7 minutes. Yep. Let's have some track action. The man from Ipswich. Whoa! Okay, Gary. You can't park there, sir. I know. I know. Mm. You didn't see Benny's, as in Nexus, lagging quite a lot. Probably worse than Jamie. Shit. Great camera work there, Camel. Oh, Gary's back in the pits. Let's just see if Nexus is still jumping. I'll turn my fan on for a little bit. Cuppa, tidy. Turn my fan on for a minute. While Dan's probably having another little session. Ah! No, 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 no. Tidy indeed. Having a download, is he? Probably. Make sure you be chatting in the main chat though, because it's been a bit quiet tonight. I'm thinking of shark bait. Peaceful stepdad, Mummy D, Gary's mum, me, Smithy. Oh, Fury's come back. Yeah, Fury's come back. I know, right? Oh, Dan's back.
Oh,
He's finished
God.
his download. Finished his download.
Who? What?
You dropped the Cosby's off, didn't you? Yeah.
I just dropped the kiddies into the pool, yeah.
Yeah. we can have that in my chat saying having a download is he.
Oh, man, I just had a fat shit.
Right, we're now in the wait
I think
zone.
Gary's had a moment. Oh, Fury's back now.
Fury's back. Yeah.
After he's had a little hissy fit.
Thing, I know what it's like to be autistic because I am. Like, I was having a hissy fit last night. I think I know why I break so many controllers. I launch them.
Who's going to be the first one to come out? Shall we go back live, shall we?
Yeah, but that might be a good idea. It's probably Bruce, by the way.
Right, okay. We are going to go live in 3, 2. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Simplay Motorsport. We are underway for the second part of tonight. We are getting qualifying underway, and it's this man who is going to be out to score some decent lap times. It's Breeze who comes out first for qualifying. Everybody can qualify except for Killer Camel, who obviously retired last time out at where were we last time out? I can't remember. Brands.
I think he had penalty points. He's penalty points.
Penalty points then. Sorry, my bad. Penalty points. So he has a qualifying ban to his name, so he will not be able to qualify. We'll keep an eye on him. I think he knows the rules by now, and he is in the pits. So championship looks like this, unofficial, because obviously we still got penalties and all still to come, if there's any. Ripper leads the way with 241 points. He is 67 points ahead of Matahimovic in second. Third is Breeze, and in fourth place is Overtaker. Fifth is Killer Camel, and in sixth place is Wolfinator. Peaceful is in seventh with Nexus in eighth. Fury is in ninth, and De Silva dropping down to 10th. Benno is in 11th with Emplava in 12th. Shane is 13th with Gary131 in 14th. Hitman is in 15th with Euro in 16th. 17th is T, and David is in 18th. 19th is F1 Billow, and that is your championship roundup. F1 Billow in a minute is 10 points out, so he won't be able to win the championship after tonight. He hasn't really been much around anyway, so likely that was going to happen anyway. Peaceful probably doing a pirouette by the sounds of things. Killer Performance still leading the way in the championship, and Jagan Motorsport now up into P2 with Simplay Racing in third. With fourth is Teletubby Motorsport, jumping ahead of the JWB Esports Racing 2, with the other team in sixth place position, with Button Bashing Racing down in seventh. And once again, the championship for the manufacturers has actually been caught ever so slightly. In the manufacturers, Bentley has gained a little bit more on McLaren, but they're still 577 points ahead of Bentley. Ferrari in third with Lexus 4. Fifth is Aston Martin. Sixth is Porsche. Seventh is Honda. Audi is eighth. Ninth is BMW. 10th is Mercedes. 11th is Nissan. 12th is Lamborghini. Retia is 13th, and 14th is Jaguar. Wouldn't it be funny if the Retia outscored the Lamborghini this season? It's only 2 points behind.
It's highly possible if you race on Tuesday.
I mean, it's more likely if no one turns up in a Lamborghini anytime soon. And I continue racing on a Tuesday night in the Retia, it will do. So if I could, and I doubt it will happen this season, let's actually look at the calendar. Let's look at the calendar, shall we? Let's have a goosey gander. Because ACC calendar. So Zandvoort, Silverstone, Laguna, Hungary.
Yep.
Yeah, the Retia isn't winning a race this season. After driving it, yeah, it's not great.
Well, you got a couple of quite long straights at Silverstone, where the ready might be quite good.
Right, so Matt sets the benchmark of a 42.6 as Ripper goes straight into the 41s. Hitman's now next to come to the line. He goes P3. Then it's Emplava. What does he do? No lap time on the board. Then it is Gary 131. He is into the final corner. What can he do? I believe it's then Shane who's up behind him. So Gary to the line. What can he do? He did a 42 in practice. No improvement. It is Benno who's next towards the line. Is it a time on the board? No, he's invalid as well. Meanwhile, Fury puts a lap time on the board. He goes 5th, so at least he's got a lap time on the board. Then it's Wolfinator. No lap time for him either. Then we go down to the 57 of Nexus. Does he cross the line and put a lap time on the board? No. So Camel's listening and he's in the pits. So who's next on a lap? I believe we go back to the top of Breeze. There he is in the hairpin. And I think now I've been put as a steward. I don't think Matt and Mike are very happy with me at the minute because I was jokingly making a comment in the steward's chat. And I
saw, but while the race is on, I'm not looking at it.
They're not happy with me, let's just put it that way. Oh, Breeze slide through that section of track as he's got Shane not too far behind him. Shane looks like he's on a decent lap behind him. So Breeze in 11th at the minute. No lap time on the board. Towards the line he comes. He puts one on the board and he goes 6th fastest. Shane towards the line. He now takes 6th fastest. What can Matt do? He's 1.1 off of Ripper. He gets within 8 tenths, but still not enough. Peaceful Explosion towards the line. He goes within 9 tenths. Ripper now. Can he extend that lead? No, he does not. Hitman, and then the next one to the line. He goes P5 because Emplava improves and goes ahead of him. We should then have the 98 of Benno in the Bentley, who looked very strong in practice. Can he produce the lap times that he needs to get towards Ripper? He's staying very tight to the curb. He goes fastest and takes pole position away. Next, we've got Fury towards the line. He's P7, no improvement. Gary 131, can he put a lap time on the board? No, Wolfinator does though and puts in P7. Then we look to 57 of Nexus, a lap time from him. Yes, that's P7 for him. So the lap times are coming in now. It's just Gary 131 still yet to put a lap time together.
As he comes around turn number, I've lost count because technically that kink on the start finish straight is a turn.
Caught me off guard then, PN.
As Dan poured a drink.
I did. Was non-alcoholic, sadly.
So, well, it's a work night. So.
Well, yeah, I know a driver who likes non-alcoholic drinks. Our F1 champion, James, he loves a non-alcoholic drink.
So
Breeze.
does I.
So does I. Yeah, he's just a lightweight anyway. So Breeze to the line. Any improvement from him? He will go 10th. Not really a massive improvement from him. Shane is next to cross the line. He does not improve. Matt, he's 9 tenths away. There's still no improvement there. Peaceful Explosion. Can he get himself ahead of Matt? He does not. As whoa! Ripper into the 40s. He is flying at the minute. He's going right. There you go, Benno. What can you do? Hitman in P6. I think we have got Benno next. He's currently P2. 6 tenths he's got now over Benno. That's a 40.7. That's a really quick... I nearly said a bad word then. That's a really quick time. I've done a bit of testing in the... I've done a bit of testing in the Porsche round here and got the hang of this circuit. But wow. Fury goes P7
Gary
with a decent... Gary P4. There we go. There's where Gary's pace is hiding. And Wolfinator in 10th. 40.7 PN. That's fast.
Who's on the winner's race? I think it might be Ripper. If you can keep it clean. With that pace...
Well, after turn 1, what happened last time in turn 1?
Yeah, if that's on low fuel... Wow. That's race fuel.
That's fast.
That's like, here, have that.
So Breeze is he returned to the pit, so he is not going to be the first man to cross the line. It will be Shane, I believe. It is. There is Shane. I think Shane. Where is he in the championship? I think he was staying pro. Yeah, he's 13th in the championship, so at this rate he is staying in pro for another season. But Shane exits the final corner. Towards the line he comes. Peaceful's had a moment in his favourite corner and has returned to pits. Shane, he goes P9, so he's only a couple hundredths off his teammate, so that's a decent lap from him. I believe it is then Gary 131. No, it is Wolf. No, who is it?
No, yeah, Benno's now coming through Cheetah. That's the name of that corner, and now the last corner.
Well, we might as well go on Benno. He's coming towards the line. 6/10 off of Ripper. Ripper's amazing lap time of a 40.7. That is just ridiculous. Benno, he does improve, but not by a lot. A couple of hundredths here or there, but either way, it is an improvement. Fury to the line, no improvement. Gary, does he improve? Nope, so he's still 2/10 behind his teammate, but wow, I think Ripper has really stated a claim here. He's like, I'm winning Kyle Army. His Nexus goes P7.
I reckon with that, when he put that time in, everyone's jaw just hit the floor, and they thought, well,
my jaw dropped.
I'm not getting that pole. I'm not getting pole now.
Kamal said it is going to be an exciting race 2 from the back. Wink emoji. I mean, after lap 1 of race 1, you can't count yourself out on this one, Kamal, because well, Ripper came from last and won the race, so see what he can do from the back of the pack. I believe it is yes, it's Benno in the hairpin. There is a car coming across the line now. Matt. It is Matt. And no improvement. He will stay where he is, and I believe it is Benno next. 6/10 to find. Where is he going to find that?
Cut a corner.
Well, he's going to have to straight line this this curb. You know, I mean the Bentley. Oh, he's hit the curb quite hard, and there he goes, off track, and he's going to have to try and recover and get going again. Breeze though towards the line. Where is? I wonder if I can see.
Ripper's now coming up towards the hairpin.
So where is Ripper finding all that time? So Benno is he's 3/10 off in the first sector. He's a 10th off in the middle sector, and then he's 2/10 off. No, a 10th off in the final. So it's all in sector 1. In sector 1, everyone's doing 31s, other than Ripper, who is in the 30s, and Matt is struggling in sector 1. But he's quicker. He's matching in sector 3 and losing all of his time in the middle sector. But either way, that is the state of play at the minute. Ripper purple in every single sector that is here. So there's a car in the final corner. Who is that? Ripper. He is on a valid lap. Can he go even faster? That is the question. Can he rob salt into the wound? No, he stays where he is for a minute. A lot of guys on invalid lap times. But whatever number that is in the corner, I can't even see it. So we're going to guess. Nope. Nope. Nope.
Matt's now coming around on
it
the
is Breeze.
Corner.
It's Breeze. The first one. Oh.
Matt,
I've got... Yeah. No improvement though. He stays P3. I don't think Matt's going to improve much. He's got quite a bit of pace, to be fair, behind Benno. 2 Bentleys on the front row, and he's still quite a bit slower than Benno. So Benno's really got the middle sector hooked compared to Matt, and that's where Matt is losing all of his time. Breeze was the next one on a lap, and he's really struggled round here tonight, I think. Breeze has not been his circuit, as he's now into the final hairpin.
Keep them McLarens down there for a few races. There's too many of them.
As he comes to the line, any improvement, he does go P8, just as you say, keep him down there, he goes P8. Hitman now towards the line, any improvement for him? No. Then it's Fury, 13th at the minute, no improvement. Then it's Benno, he straight line the straight as much as he can, but he can't improve. Wolfinator is currently still down at the back with the slowest time so far.
Maybe? Or getting a lovely pull down the straight by Benno's Bentley.
Possibly so. It's big enough to give him a tow. Oh, Ripper right on the edge of limit there. He does look very good in this Audi. Towards the line now, a 40.7. Any improvement? No improvement for him. I believe it's Gary131 in the final corner. There he is in the Porsche. What can he do? At the minute, 1.7 off the pace. Can he find 2/10 to get faster than Matt? No, he cannot. So Gary sitting in that place at the minute as Nexus. 7th at the minute. Any improvement? Then it's Matt behind him. No, he stays 7th. Matt towards the line. Any improvement? I don't know why they're going to the middle of the circuit, because you want to straight line it. As Emplava now next. Can he find a little bit more pace on his teammate? No, he cannot. So someone's had a moment at the top of here. Who is it? It's Benno. He's come to a stop.
Might run out of fuel?
Or he's returned to the pits. Not sure why he has come to a stop. He might as well just return to the pits as he does so. And it's Breeze into the final corner. 20 seconds left to go. So whoever's in the pits is done. Benno, Shane and Camel. Obviously Camel couldn't come out. Breeze to the line. Any improvement? 2.3 off the pace. No improvement. He will get one more lap. Hitman will sneak one more lap in as well. Any improvement? No. So now we look to... Oh, no, I've hit drive. Return to pits.
Car 11 is now coming round. That should be peaceful.
It is peaceful. Explosion 1.7 off the pace. Can he find 2/10 to go faster than Matt? No, he cannot. His session is done. Your pole sitter at the minute into the final corner. Ripper, can he rip the circuit up one more time and go even faster than a 40.7? Towards the line he comes. Is it faster? No, he will stay at the minute on provisional pole position. Can anybody stop him as Gary131 comes towards the line? Has he found a little bit more time? No, he has not. So we've now got the 57 of Nexus into the final corner. As Breeze will be the last man, Hitman will be the last man to complete a lap. Nexus finds time, but he does not improve in position. Matinovic, any improvement in time? No, he will stay P3. He's in the action mind, and into the pits comes Hitman. It is just Breeze now in the McLaren, trying to redeem some life back into the McLaren life, because it has been horrendous for it this night, with no De Silva, no overtaker.
I believe that one is Sharkbait from that Bruno.
Yeah, I mean, a 40.7, that is an impressive lap time. Towards the line comes Breeze. Does he improve on P8? No, he'll stay P8. Return to the pitch we go. But here's Ripper on pole position with a comfortable margin of 0.6, pumping in a fantastic lap time of a 140.7. Wow.
Wow. I give him a point as well.
It will give him a point, indeed.
68 points in front now.
And we go to Zandvoort, and I think, again, the Audi would look strong around there. The Audi seems to be a very good car this season. And the Bentley, as usual, up there, and the McLaren. But I think the surprise package has been Ripper in this Audi, because we knew he was fast. We knew he was a quick guy. But I don't think we knew he was this fast. Like, that was an impressive qualifying. I think that's got to be the qualifying of the season.
Oh, easily. Didn't really have it in Brands, because Brands is Brands.
Brands would obviously suit a car that's used to being stable. I don't know why I've only put 2. We're going to end that poll because I wanted more than 2. Guys, if you haven't done so, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell to be notified so you don't miss a thing here at Simplay Motorsport. And also make sure you have a look down. I'm really struggling with typing today. I went and put the title as The Ripper, not Race 2 Winner.
Wow, that's from formality.
I might as well just put that, especially with that lap time.
Yeah, if we can do that lap time for however number of laps I've got, we'll end up doing. So it'd be about 19 or 20.
I don't think he'll be doing those lap times. It would be impressive if he did, but I mean, on the PS5 or the PC version, you could be talking about it, but I don't think it's going to happen here tonight.
Not on this car model.
Not on this model, no. But either way, he is looking very good. Obviously, PN, we don't get to chat on the channel until, obviously, you'll be chatting on Sunday night on the Porsche Super Cup, but we won't be chatting until Thursday. So this is my opportunity to ask you, what's your opinions on the next round of the season at Zandvoort? We go to the Netherlands for the next round of the championship. What's your opinion on Zandvoort and how you think you're going to get on there?
I wish they updated it, because that's pre-F1. Going there in 2020. I've gone back there, I should say, so it's none of the banking. But I hate the circuit, absolutely. I've had a few runs of really lot of circuits I don't like. Apart from Carlani and Brands. Yeah, Zandvoort. No.
I mean, I can't complain. I took pole position at Zandvoort in the Lamborghini last season. Now it just did not pan out the way I wanted it to. But yeah, definitely around this, very much suited to the Bentley. The Bentley is very strong there, and I think that's what we're going to be looking at. Peaceful Stepdad in the chat. Mummy D, glad to hear you're doing okay. Nice to see everybody in the chat. Let's get your opinions on who is going to win race 2. I mean, we can only look at one man, can't we? He's looking strong.
Maybe Benno, if Benno can get in front and turn the Bentley into the widest Bentley in the world. But yeah, it's definitely looking like it's going to be Ripper.
So, get the poll out. So currently we have 3 people voting, and 2 have gone for Ripper, 1 has gone for Benno. So, so we've gone back to you, PN. Prediction on race winner.
Ripper.
You're going Ripper. I got faith in my boy. I'm gonna go Benno. I think he's gonna give him a hard time into turn 1. If Ripper gets out in front and gone, you might as well just say goodbye to this race, because he'll have it. But I really hope Benno puts a fight, and I've never wanted a Bentley so much to win. What am I saying?
And it's 2 of them up there, and they just look so huge compared to
the car I want to win is sitting in P4. I would love to see Gary win. He didn't quite get his pole position. I don't think he was going to get that with a 140.7, but either way, 4 votes now, and is looking the way of Ripper. So a reminder of the grid order is Ripper on the front row with Benno. Row 2 is all Jaeger Motorsport with Matt and Gary 131. Then it's an all Simplay Racing 3rd row with Peaceful Explosion and Emplava. Nexus and Breeze in P7 and 8. And then it is Hitman and Fury for row 5. Row 6 is Shane and Green Wolfinator, and with a qualifying ban, it was Camel at the back of the pack. But it's Audi versus Bentley who's going to come out on top.
It really is VW Group at the front, isn't it?
It is indeed. Volkswagen are great, aren't they?
Kind of. When they're not lying about their emissions. For their diesel engines. That's why they pulled out of Le Mans and even pulled Porsche out, didn't they? Until the hybrid, the hypercar rules.
We are green here for the second race. Ripper's got an absolute ripper of a start. He's already cleared Benno, and down towards turn 1 he goes. He defends the inside straight away. As we got multiple cars, we got possibly 4 wide. Are we going to have a cleaner start into turn 1? There are some pushing and shoving. Gary's got very wide, but he's got his teammate, and Wolfie's round. Wolfinator's round, and Shane's been caught up in that as well, as Gary goes around the outside of his teammate, but it is Ripper. Benno's right on the back wing of that Audi though. Matt has lost out to Gary, but we have got a car off. Peaceful's facing the wrong way. He looks like he's had contact possibly with Nexus. Hitman's had a moment as well. But a lot of the grid all swapped and changed, and Fury once again with a decent start is up there. Killer Camel as well, back at the pack. He's there in P6, but it is Ripper who's really got Benno right up his chuff right now. And as we go into sector 2, Benno's really taking it to him. Gary's got the jump and he's on the podium. There is Benno. He's going for a move.
Going forward.
He's going round the outside. Has he got the job done? My camera's being rubbish as Ripper sends it down the inside. Benno's going for the undercut, and through he comes. Ripper with the 140.7. He's under pressure from the Bentley, and Benno leads this race.
Fantastic pass. Set up about 2 corners beforehand. We might actually have a race.
Yeah, we will. As Benno now leads this race, he said he likes this circuit and he could definitely race it. Ripper, meanwhile, I think he got caught napping there.
I don't think he expected that big Bentley to come for him.
No, not indeed. As Fury still tries to bet for Camel, he's got very wide and he's got Breeze breathing down his neck and he's going to send it down the inside and gets Camel done into the final hairpin. Now, I want to have a look back at Ripper. He's right on the rear wing of the Bentley. He's not quite close enough. The Bentley's got enough of a grunt to stay in front. But right now, what a move from Benno to get this lead of the race. Now he just needs to disappear. Killer Camel looking to come back at Breeze, but can't quite get the job done. And Prava is under pressure from Hitman, who sends it into turn one in the Aston Martin. He runs a little bit wide, and Prava gets the switch back, and through he goes. Shane is on the back of them. Wolfinator's gone very wide and Peaceful works his way back up the pack. But the fight is between the top two, as Benno is under some serious pressure here from Ripper. Wow. I told you. Go on, Benno.
As Mike's got in front of Wolfinator.
Yeah, Wolfinator ran wide into turn one. He was really struggling, possibly got major damage as Camel has struggled him himself. He's lost out to Breeze. Meanwhile, Nexus has got a queue behind him. He's got Emprava and Hitman coming up behind him.
Remember to like the stream, those who are watching.
Nexus has just sent it down the inside of Camel, so Camel's losing out here. He's going to go down the inside of Nexus, pushes him wide. They both run off track, and now Nexus is going to lose out. As and then Plumber runs into the back of Camel, and then there's all sorts of chaos. I think Camel was trying to give the place back.
Oh, Benno's wide. I'm watching the lead battle.
Oh, Benno, don't do that, mate. Don't do that. Keep it clean, keep it consistent. That's what we want to see. As Gary is... Oh, Gary's gone off! Oh, he's got it together. He's just got it together and he's holding it in P4. He's got to keep it together because he's got Fury and Breeze coming at him pretty quickly. Nexus now is P7 with Emplava behind him, and the man who came out worse of that was Camel, and he's got major damage to his car, as Shane and Peaceful as well. They've got major damage to their... Oh my god, Shane's is wrecked.
Yeah, I think Shane pushed Wolfie round on the race start.
I think Shane got involved. Yeah, no, Shane, I'm looking back. Shane got involved in the incident where Camel went round. So Camel's got major damage. Peaceful was involved in that as well. So, yeah, they've all been caught up in those incidences.
Tell you what, Benno and Ripper, they broke away from Matt. They're 3 seconds up the road.
They are 3 seconds up the road and decent pace behind them as well. Matt really I think has got any answer to these two. They're long gone, and Fury now is on the back of Gary 131, so he has worked his way slowly onto Gary, and Gary's had a few little mistakes here and there. Would love to see Gary on the podium. Have not spoken to Gary in such a long time. Be nice to see our two-time champ back in the commentary box, as Shane's got major damage to his car.
Oh, I just got to say now. That's not right.
Yeah,
that's probably a 2-minute pit stop.
I think it's probably more than that. Emplava, meanwhile, is on the back of Nexus to try to give him some hard time. Meanwhile, Ripper, he's hit the curb quite hard, but his car was very stable compared to others. So he was able to keep his car under control. But Benno is keeping him covered. Fury now is on the rear end of Gary 131.
Yeah. Come on. Do I want that Bentley to win? Yeah, I don't mind the Bentley.
I want Benno to win. That was a fantastic move. He really caught Ripper Ripper? Yeah, Ripper.
Ripper.
I've got a bit of a tongue twister. Ripper napping. Blah, 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 blah. Too many P's. Too many P's. Oh, Fury's made a mistake. Fury's made a mistake. He's just straight lined turn 3, and he's managed to keep it together and facing the right way. Fury just needs to get himself into a rhythm here. Camel is also on the back of Peaceful, but his car is looking a little bit beaten.
He's letting extra air into the engine. That's what he's doing.
Yeah, he's keeping it cool. Oh, just a fun fact for you. Most of these cars are relatively good at looking after their engine. They won't get too much damage, you know. They're not tend to get engine damage just running on their own. Fun fact for you guys, if you do ever fancy driving the Retia, be aware that it will get engine damage. I didn't do anything wrong. I mean, I had a bit of damage. I repaired it, but even with the repairing and carrying on, the car overheated quite a bit, and it gave itself damage. So, yeah. That's something for me to learn.
If you ever plan to drive a Retia, don't, unless we do the 10 Retias versus 10 Jaguars.
Yeah, I'm first to happily announce that the Retia is as bad as everyone says it is. So good luck if anyone does attempt to drive it. So, right, we are now got the first chaotic 5 minutes out the way. Benno still leads this race, but Ripper seems to be ebbing and flowing between 6 to 8 tenths. He keeps getting close and then losing out.
Who's off? Someone's off.
That looks like Wolfinator. No, that was Breeze.
Breeze is gone.
Breeze has gone, and he's left the session. He's retired, so that's
a retirement.
That is a retirement, and that's a carry on to next week for a qualifying ban at Zandvoort.
His home. I believe he's Dutch, isn't he? So that's his home track.
No idea. No idea. We need to get some sort of form so these drivers can fill it out, so we can know who they are, their nationality.
Profiles, don't we?
Yeah, we do. If these boys are going to stay around.
Nexus is Hungarian. We know that one.
He's looking forward to the final race of the season. I'm not, if I'm racing that Retia.
Gary's from Ipswich. That's a country in its own right.
Matahimovic is English.
Yeah, no, he lives in England, but he's Welsh.
No, he's English. He's English. He was born in Wales, but he's lived most of his life in England, so he's English. And I know if he's listening.
He is listening. He's also listening to my stream as well. When you're born somewhere, that's your nationality. He's born in Wales, so
no, he's lived most of his life in. He's lived most of his life in England. He doesn't know what a sheep looks like. Then? James?
Yeah. He lives in England now, doesn't he?
He lives in England, but he's lived most of his life in Wales.
I know what sheep look like. Well, I'm from Norfolk. And we do farm around here.
I think Ripper's had a slow or a bad lap here. He's 1.2 off the back of Benno. You can tell we're getting to a quiet stage of the race because we're talking about other people's nationality and trying to figure out where they're from. We know that Emprava is Latvian. I was going to say the other one. He is Latvian.
Overtake the Slovenian.
Peaceful's just somewhere up north. I don't know where.
Manchester.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, definitely. Ugh, Manchester. Ugh. I went there once. Scared me.
Oh, Camel's car. Oh, it looked like it's got to eat something with its bonnet up.
It's trying to eat the Honda, but the Honda's just pulling away from him. There's no real fights going on at the minute. The only closest fight is between Nexus and Emplava.
Yeah. I definitely think we need to drive a profile page in the Discord with like notable things.
Fury's from Somerset. Fury's from Somerset, so I know that for sure because I have to pick him up every time we go to Donington. Oh, Emplava bounced off the curb there. Don't need to touch that curb, mate. There's literally, like, this is your closest fight on track at the minute. The pit window is open. Right, what does Benno do? He's going to have to stay out, isn't he? As Ripper stays out, they both stay out. Matt tends to go for an early pit stop. Is he going to do it again? Yes, he is.
Yes, he is.
Whoa, Gary's at a moment.
Gary's in the wall.
Yeah, that's going to be a pit stop for him. Fury, where is he? Is he going to avoid? Oh, Fury!
Fury! I think Pooh just came out of Fury.
Nexus has gone to the pit, and Plava's had a moment in the curb, and Hitman's now coming in as well.
Hitman was very quick, very quick over the line.
I think Peaceful and Camel and Shane. Camel is really struggling. Shane was 2 laps down, and look at the pace that Lexus has compared to the other one. Oh my God, Gary and Fury.
Fury must have just defecated himself seeing that. Sure.
So Camel
Peace was
has...
in.
Shane's really struggling with Alexis. He's just gone round. But the gap has come down between the leaders. It's now 8/10 separating...
Camel's in. I'm not surprised there. As he hit the wall on the inside going on.
So Matt comes out of the pits. Let's see if he crosses that white line. Oh, very good, Matthew. Don't get near that one. I thought he was going to at least try and tease me with it. We'll just keep an eye on the leaders as well, but there's no real change. Emplava is away. Has he made... He's made quite a jump there. I think he's jumped...
Well, Gary's damaged, isn't he? After that wall hit.
Oh, Emplava.
Oh, there's a clip for anybody.
There you go. Hitman.
30-second time penalty.
30 seconds stop and go. That's a stop and go. So as these guys coming out, Ripper is into the pits. He's opted to come in, so he's cleared the pits quite easily. These guys have got a lot of damage, and Shane is he's got a pit again, annoyingly for him. Fury now P3, quietly minding his own business.
Peaceful does have some damage because he's still being held.
Yeah, he's got quite a bit of damage, as will Camel. I think Camel's going to sit there and enjoy a cup of tea while he's waiting for his car to be repaired. There's a car off again. That is Shane, and I think he's overheated the tyres, and he's returned back to pits. So he has to finish the race. Have to try
as Mike's now pulling out of the pit lane. Tell you what, Palava was very close to that pit line, would he?
He was teasing it, wasn't he?
I think we're going to have to investigate it as stewards. The stewards will have to investigate that. Because it could have been our Camel angle as well. As Camel is now done his repairs. But Ripper is away from his pit stop. I wonder if he's still trying the undercut on Benno. Just try and jump him.
Well, Benno probably now doesn't have to look in his mirrors and he could just focus on delivering the best lap times he possibly can. We're currently watching Hitman, who's gone very wide and just seems to be struggling a little bit. Benno is currently coming into the final sector. Ripper has got away, but he's 10 seconds ahead of Matt. Is that right?
That was about right, yeah. Matt was...
So, Ripper crosses the line. No, it's not 10 seconds. It's 5.7. So Camel comes out and he crosses the white line.
Crosses the white line on the end. So
I've just caught that as well. So that's clear. Sorry for the bad word, but I really messed up. Oh, not good. So
yeah,
Benno,
it's up on mod that needs to be viewed, but I'm not going to put it on there because of a bad word.
So we're coming up to the halfway stage. Benno has pitted, so he's responded straight away. Yeah, Fury is in as well. He's responded straight away to Ripper's early pit stop. We'll end the poll there. So Fury's in. Does Wolfinator... He stays out. He likes to lead the race at least once, I think, doesn't he?
Well, if it was NASCAR, you get a point for leading the lap.
And touring cars.
Yeah. Oh, should we bring that in? Next, Hitman's stop go was cleared. But I did say that was quick. Benno is now away. Has he jumped Ripper? Has he stayed in front of Ripper?
We are on board with Ripper. Benno,
I can hear the Audi. I can hear the Audi.
I'm on board with him. He's not quite there, so Ripper has not been able to make that time. So Benno actually did the right thing there, covered the Audi and stays in front. Fury next to come out the pits. What will he cross the line?
You would give him hell if he did, wouldn't you?
Oh, mate, I wouldn't let him live it down.
I think Balava won't live it down. It's not the first time he's done it either.
I mean, he'd done a me and run Paul Ricard. He retired and gave up. So, I'm going to hold that one against him as well.
He probably holds that against Shiv as well, to be honest.
Well, yeah, well, either way. Emplava's jumped Fury in the pits meanwhile. So Emplava's actually had a fantastic stop and is now up into P5 once the times have updated. And I think he'll gain another place.
Right behind Benno.
He is right behind Benno. These boys are really pushing the limit. I don't even think we'll be able to hear from either one of these two.
Unfortunately.
So we'll probably end up having Emplava in. I don't know. We'll see how the rest of the night goes. But Ripper is
Wolfie's in.
really looking to try and make a move on Benno. Wolfie is into the pits. There goes Peaceful. But Ripper, oh, look at that. Ripper right on the rear bumper of the Bentley. Can he find a way through?
I'll tell you what, thank you for Benno for making this a really exciting race.
I reckon Ripper's thoroughly enjoying it himself. I know for a fact that I don't know if it's for all the other guys as well, but for me especially, you don't like winning a race easily. You want a scrap, you want a fight, you want to win it as fairly. Yeah, you want to win it as fairly as possible. Even if you're fighting, just remember me and Gary fighting for a race, not a race win. We were just fighting for positions, and it was probably one of the best fights we've ever had, and thoroughly enjoyed it because we gave that respect and distance between one another, and we were like, oh, we could have had several more laps of that, you know. So Benno runs a little bit wide. That's allowed Ripper to just have a sneaky look. Meanwhile, Fury's 2 tenths behind Emplave. He thought about sending it into turn 1 there, but he thought better of it. We'll come back to them in a second because we go back to Ripper and Benno. And it seems like Benno seems to be a little bit stronger in the middle sector, while the Audi is better in sector 1 and 3. But
fantastic race between these two.
Oh, absolutely brilliant. It's been this close since the start of the race, and it was Benno who got the jump. So Fury now is still hassling the back of Emplava. He can't find a way through. Gary 131, meanwhile, is right on the back of Nexus. He's going to go to the inside. Gary's race has just gone from bad to worse. He's looking to the inside, but he thinks better of it, and Nexus will hang in there. We go back to the race lead. 4 tenths. There's fights up and down the grid everywhere you look, and it's difficult to try and catch them all. Here is Benno and Ripper, and Benno was very good defending here into the hairpin, but Ripper's a lot closer. He thinks better of. There's a car in the middle of the track. That is Hitman. He's facing the wrong way, and he's into the pits.
Gary's looking. You watch the race there. Gary's tapped Nexus. And he's tapped him again.
And that's given him a place there. He's pushed the Audi out of the way, and through goes Gary. And there is Ripper. He's going to the outside of turn 1. Benno's got him covered though, and he just puts the brakes on the apex of the corner, and Ripper can't find a way through.
I want to see this.
And I think Benno has just got Ripper covered there for a second, but he's got a great exit there out of turn 3. And they head towards turn 4. Ripper around the outside. I don't think you're going to get that job done, mate, especially with the marbles building up. But the more and more these two scrap, Matt might slowly sneak into this. But Benno holds it and defends it for now. Fury still losing time here to Emplava. Yeah, Shane's probably done. Fury has gone a little bit wide.
Camel back in the pits.
He is back in the pits. Gary's now extending that gap to Nexus. So we go back to this main fight, Benno versus Ripper, and what a fight it has been so far. Both drivers have been on the limit as Camel's back into the pits. Is that a retirement for him? Hopefully not.
No, because he's already had a qualifying ban for a retirement. No, that was for penalty points for Camel.
So Benno, I think Benno is now really starting to go defensive. He knows he's only got 10.5 minutes, and 10.5 minutes will seem not a lot, but when you're racing and defending heavily, it seems like an age. Fury's lost time to Emplava, so Fury now just starting to lose touch with the Honda. Now down to turn 1. This is where the Audi seems to have the little bit of grunt. There in the background is Matt. Quietly minding his own business, sneaking his way to the back of these two. So what Benno needs to do, he needs to be smart here. He needs to stop making these big defensive moves and try and focus on getting some back lap times underneath his belt, because he knows for a fact that if he keeps fighting hard with Ripper, Matt's going to turn up on the seat, and Ripper's going to get even more impatient. I say Fury was losing touch. Emplava's made a mistake, because here is Fury. He's within 10th of him as they head towards turn 1. Is he going to do a Sully send it? Towards turn 1 we go. Fury to the outside, Emplava to the inside. Fury's going to try and get the better break in, try and get the better exit, and try and find a way through. He gives Plava a little bit of a touch, but is unable to get his way through. I'll just change to hearing the Audi just revving its he's lost pace here. there as Ripper's just lost time to Benno. Benno has just extended slightly, so we'll go back to the Fury and Plava fight.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye on Benno and Ripper, see if anything develops. Ripper's tyres could be starting to overheat because being in the dirty air from the Bentley.
Possibly so.
You know, because that's quite a big car to follow. Whoa, Benno's wide!
We're too busy sending it down the inside of Plava up in the hairpin, and he's got the job done, and upper place goes Fury. Plava, nothing he could do there. We go back to Benno, and he's under some immense pressure from Ripper. This is the chance that Ripper needed. It is 2 tenths. Benno defends the inside, Ripper to the outside. Audi versus Bentley. Turn 1 we go. Is the Ripper quick enough to go around the outside? Benno's gone deep. He's gone wide. That has allowed Ripper to go down the inside. Benno loses the lead of this race. Ripper is now back into first place. Can he hold it on? As he goes a little bit wide himself, and Benno gets a little bit closer.
Gloves are off now. Here we go. For the final 8 minutes, they're just going to battle on and on and on. Yeah.
It is indeed. Look at Benno, he's right on the back bumper again.
Yeah.
He's got blood. He's seeing blood. He's like, right, that's it. I'm not letting you have me again. Has Plava's got back in front of Fury? Yeah, he has. And Plava's got back in front of Fury. So these two have
got more straight line speed than the
maybe, I don't know. I don't think possibly Fury's had a moment and then Plava's worked his way through. Gary as well. He's now on the back of Wolfenator. Half a second there. So we've got fights going on left, right and centre, up and down the pack. We know we were saying about Matt possibly catching these two. He's only matching them. These two are racing that well and that fast. Matt can't catch him. He's sitting at 5.7. He was a little bit wide, but he was able to maintain it. Fury, once again, a fantastic run through the middle sector. He's looking to make a move on Plava to the inside. He goes to the outside of the hairpin. He goes further into the corner, but Plava will just push him wide. He does so, and Fury runs wide. Plava keeps the position. Gary, now he's going to try the outside of the hairpin on Wolfenator. He's actually going to try and go all the way round. What a move, Gary. 131 in the Porsche 911. Sorry, 991, whatever the hell it is.
It's a 911 in it. Come on. At the end of the day, it was a 911.
And he's still on the outside. He's on the grass, though. Is he going to get the job done into the right-hander? He just goes wide, and Wolfenator will hold on to the position. Meanwhile, behind him, Nexus is caught. Hitman, so you'll have to try and clear him pretty quickly. But we go back to the lead, 5 tenths separating Ripper and Benno. What a fantastic race this has been. There's been some great scraps.
It has. It's been, and a lot of them have been really clean. Oh, you're watching Pro-Am.
They have indeed. Have you seen this, Am?
Well, even Am was cleaner than Pro-Am.
Yeah, let's not comment on that.
Well, right, unless you're in the radio.
Up to the hairpin we go. Ripper went a little bit wide. Benno is a little bit closer. He's just onto the back of the Audi. Oh, this is fantastic racing. Absolutely brilliant.
Benno with a little cheeky flash of the lights there as well, trying to put Ripper off.
And we've still got 5.5 minutes still left of this race. One mistake, and I think Benno is just going to attack Ripper like there's no tomorrow. But Benno, this is his best chance for a race win, let's be honest. I don't know how good he's going to be around Zandvoort, but a track that he loves. Ripper looks like he's got a little bit sketchy in the final corner, and Benno is there. The Bentley has got a decent grunt, but I don't think he's quite close enough.
Gary's all over the back of Wolfenator, as your dad would say, like a cheap suit.
As Gary 131 tries to do the outside line again, he is unable to do it. Is he going to get the switchback on the McLaren? He's going to try and do so as Wolfenator hanging in there for as much as possible. But I think it's a moment of time as that McLaren looks very bouncy, mine. And Gary looks to the inside, and Wolfenator, I think, might have just outbraked himself. Yes, he's gone wide, and Gary this time benefits from getting underneath him, and through he goes Fury now, back on Emplava. No, Emplava's had a moment. He's lost out to Fury. So Fury, oh, and Emplava's been on the curb. Oh, Wolfinator and Gary are coming now. So here comes Emplava. Wolfinator down the inside of Gary 131. And they're now looking to try and get Emplava towards turn 1. And then behind all of them is Nexus, not too far behind them either. Wolfinator to turn 1. Is he going to send it down the inside of Gary 131? He is. Oh, he thinks better of it. He's not confident on the brake snuff, and he stays behind Gary 131.
Benno is nearly alongside Ripper.
He is alongside Ripper. And there is a slow Honda. That is peaceful. He don't want to get involved in this. He lets them through. And, oh, Ripper is just trying to hang in there. As Benno looks to the inside. Is Ripper going to give him the space? Yes, he is. He's going to go wide. Benno's down the inside. Ripper with the momentum keeps it going and stays in front. As Benno touches the grass and Kirby does not want to be out there. And Ripper lives for another day. Like I said, while these two have been scrapping like this,
they're pulling away.
They're 8.5 ahead of Matt.
They're pulling away. What pace do these two have?
Whoa, Gary's gone wide. He's all over the grass and gravel trying to get past Emplava. As he's got Green Wolfinator right behind him as well. Wolfinator is trying to do what Gary did to him, but he can't quite get the job done. Emplava's now just got to survive until the end. This is great racing all the way up and down the grid as we go back to your race leaders. And like I said, Ripper's on the grass. Like I said, it seems like the Audi has the benefit in sector 1 and 3, and then Benno just gets all that time back in the middle sector. Look at the Bentley, just it's bouncing, but it's with control. Look, he gets right on the back bumper of Ripper.
It's great racing.
Benno, where have you been all season?
Cutting pit entries and exits.
Right, we need to cut that out, quite literally. Oh, look at this run from Benno. He's right on the rear wing of the Audi. This is going to go to the very end.
It is. We've got 2.5 minutes, so strap yourself in, chat. This ain't over until it's over.
Well, we then got this scrap as well. Emplava versus Gary 131 versus Wolfinator. They're all still going at it as well. We'll come back to them in a minute because this is the fight we want to keep an eye on. Ripper versus Benno for the race win. Benno wants his first win. Ripper wants to get the championship over and done with.
Would he be pretty much far enough to win it? Just trying to turn it up for the last...
Oh, Benno's a little bit too much on the grass and curb, and he loses time and momentum to Ripper. But he gains it all back in the traction zone.
And then on brakes.
Gary. Meanwhile, Gary 131 is literally in the boot of the Honda. He could be any closer to Emplava. He comes up to the hairpin. But it seems like Emplava's got a better run towards it. Wolfinator has dropped off of these two. As Gary, better on the brakes, gets right onto the back of Emplava. Looking left, he's got a great run here. Emplava's run wide. Gary's looking to the inside, but thinks better of it. Meanwhile, Ripper is still hanging in there against Benno. He runs a little bit wide again, but Benno's not close enough to capitalise.
They both ran wide. Benno was on the grass as well, with half a wheel. Oh, what battles tonight. Race 1, dominant win by Ripper, because Benno was caught in incidents coming through the field.
Gary's got a brake undercut there as Emplava runs a little bit wide. That's giving Gary the opportunity to go side by side. Not quite, as actually the Honda's got a bit more grunt over the Porsche, and the Porsche has to give in there and loses out to the Honda as Emplava holds on to the position. We go back to the leaders. Benno once again is on the back bumper of Ripper. We've got probably one more lap to go, and that will be it. Kyle Army has produced some fantastic entertainment here this week.
Well, not if you've been on the track. It was that exciting. As you found out in the Retia, I didn't have very good time in the Aston.
Nah, the Retia was horrid. I wish I had one of these two cars at the minute. More likely the Audi. But right now, Benno has had a decent exit. This is the last. We got one more lap. 8 seconds to go. Yeah, we've got 1 lap to go. Can Ripper hang in there? Benno flashing the lights. He's like, mate, I'm coming for you, whether you like it or not. Emplava has dropped behind Wolfinator now. He's right behind Wolfinator. Nearly hit him as they head up towards the hairpin. Can Wolfinator hang in there towards the end? Because Emplava's just gone backwards. Right, we go back to Benno and Ripper. Benno really needs to nail this middle sector, and he's really pushing here. He's pushing hard.
He's given it everything he's got, haven't he? But with that lap time in qualifying, what Ripper did, we thought we would just disappear. But Benno's been with him all race.
He's had the race pace. Benno, although he didn't quite have the one lap pace, he's definitely had the race pace in that car. And this is it. This is the last lap. This is Benno's real last chance. Middle sector again. He's right there, but he's not quite close enough. I think he needs to be more, as Benno's trying to flash the lights, trying to distract him. But to be honest, those lights... Oh, he nearly hit him! That is it. That's done.
That's it.
Ripper has got this now, I would say, unless he makes a mistake in the final sector. Benno, what a drive, though. He's been absolutely fantastic tonight.
I think I know who my driver of the day would be, just for this race. Don't you?
Oh, yeah, definitely so. Ripper, what a fantastic drive, though. He's into the final few corners now. Just needs to make sure he doesn't hit the curb of doom. He manages to do so, but it's going to be Ripper once again. He wins round 12. I'm not sure how many wins he's on now. He's on a few, but Ripper comes to the line. He wins round 12. But my God, he had to work for that one. Benno, a fantastic P2. Great drive from him. Absolutely fantastic. Great respect from these two. Matt is going to come home for P3, a lonely P3, as Fury...
Very lonely P3. Fury's not even only now just come around the hairpin.
I think Fury's had a moment.
I think he has, because Gary's behind him.
Yeah, he is. Gary's not too far behind at the minute. So Peaceful's crossed the line in 9th. Peaceful's probably wished that Kyalami went better than it would have. But Fury now into the final few. Fury's struggling here.
He is struggling.
Get to the end, Fury. Don't worry, Fury. You'll be in a Porsche Super Cup car soon, as Gary runs very wide there. Is he in fuel save mode? He can't be. Gary's going to try and go for it right at the end. He goes really wide, but it's not going to happen. Fury comes home with P4. He does have that retirement, so he will not allowed to qualify for Zandvoort. So Fury, Gary, Green Wolfinator, Emprava, and Nexus, all one after the other, come home, as Killer Camel Shane also finish as well. Wow, what a race there. That was fantastic driving from all the drivers. We get the driver of the day all set up as well, but wow. If Benno is listening, I know Ripper doesn't like doing the comms, but if Benno is listening, if he wants...
Benno on your friends list?
I don't know, probably not, but if anything, it's probably going to be Matt Ihimovic in the chat. We will get driver of the day sorted. Don't go away, because I think this is going to be a good one for sure. We'll put Gary in there because he's had a decent drive tonight. And obviously Matt with solid points as well. So we have got Matt in the chat, the only driver I think who is going to come in tonight. But wow, PN, fantastic racing all night long from everyone. And I believe that, like it says, Michael in the chat, amazing battles there for P1 and 2 and P5 and 6 and 7. Great track. Well done all. It has put on a fantastic show here tonight, Kyalami, hasn't it, PN?
It has indeed. Well, good old pro, making it exciting.
Well, good old Benno. He really put the challenge to Ripper on this one.
That qualifying lap by Ripper, it was just like...
That 40.7. That's definitely the qualifying time of the season so far. Matt is in the chat. We'll talk to him in a second. We'll just get the unofficial results announced. We have Ripper, who's extended his championship lead over Matt Ihimovic, 72 points now ahead. He is pulling away pretty quickly, but he needs a couple rounds where these boys can stop him doing so. Matt is in second. Breeze has dropped down to third. Not the round he would have wanted. Would overtake it in P4. Level with Wolfinator in P5. Fury is only 1 point behind them in P6. This is where you got to finish, Fury. You score the points that you need. Killer Camel is 1 point behind Fury as well, who's only a point ahead of Peaceful, who's level on Nexus. So very tight fight just between Overtaker all the way down to Benno is 9 points. So from 10th to 4th is 9 points separating. There's a poll out, guys. Get your votes in for driver of the day. You'll get mine and PN's later on. De Silva's in 11th with Emprava 12th. Gary 131 is in 13th. Shane is in 14th, and 15th is Hitman. Hitman is still mathematically in it, but we now get to the drivers who are mathematically out of the championship. Euro is 16th, T is 17th, and David is 18th, and F1 Billo is 19th. Regarding the teams, Killer Performance still ahead of Jaeger Motorsport in second. Third is Simplay Racing with Teletope Motorsport in fourth. Fifth is now the JWB Sports Racing 1 team with the JWB Racing Sports 2 in 6th, and Button Bashers Racing in P7. And again, McLaren well out in front still ahead of Bentley, even though Bentley has brought some points back, but not nearly enough as they need. Ferrari in 3rd, Lexus 4th, Aston Martin 5th, Porsche 6th, Honda 7th, 8th is Audi, 9th is BMW, 10th is Mercedes, 11th Nissan, Lamborghini 12th, Retia 13th, and Jaguar 14th. I think this is the first season where we've had every single manufacturer score points. We've never had that on Project Cars, but there was a lot more options. We do have Matt Imovic in the chat with us, and Matt, I think you can walk away tonight relatively happy because you didn't seem to have the pace compared to Ripper and Benno, but you managed just to stay out of trouble, get yourself some decent points, 2 podium finishes. You really can't ask for more than that, really, can you?
Perfect night, mate. Perfect night. I come into this not really expecting to do a lot. Didn't even think I had the pace for the podium, so perfect night, really. I can't be much more happier.
Don't think you had the pace for the podium. I think that was a bold comment there, but either way. I bet it was nice to have your teammate back in with you tonight, Gary131. We knew he was going to be pretty decent here at Kyle Army in the Porsche. It definitely suits the car, but he looked like he had a bit of fun tonight.
Yeah, he had a good time. I think it's one of his nights where he's actually enjoyed this game and driving this car. We know he doesn't have many, but when Gary's on it, he seems to really enjoy it and thrive on it. I know he's made a few good moves. In fact, he commented on one of his good moves and then went a bit deep, and Wolfinator got him back and went, what a helmet.
We saw the movie, went right round the outside, and then he just overcooked it.
Properly in the party chat going, oh, Leach, what a move, you don't lose it, and then 2 corners later he lost it or something, and it was like, brilliant. But no, look, it's great to have Gary back. And yeah, you say, when I said I didn't have the pace of the podium in testing, it wasn't until Monday night I actually found a setup I felt comfortable with over a race distance. So it's been hard work, this one, but it's been a good week to say I'm not here next.
Did you try and twist Gary's arm to get him in the Porsche Super Cup?
Well, he commented on the chat last night in Pro-Am and said, oh, Snetterton. So I've not actually mentioned it to him yet, but he said, oh, Snetterton.
Well, he's in the chat right now, so Snetterton is the next round of the championship.
Gary's 25th pole position. If Gary wants to do Porsche Cup, he's more than welcome to. Gary's 25th pole position, possibly Sunday. So...
Can I stop him? That's the question. Anyway, coming away from that. Go to Zandvoort next round of the season. Obviously, we know, of course, no, you missed that one. The one track that the Bentley's very, very good at.
Well, you say this, the forecast is now locked, and it's like wet. Rain. So
yeah, but it's the Bentley. It seems to be able to drive anything and anywhere.
The Bentley was good in Zandvoort in the dry. You should know. It was a race where I actually got to follow you and didn't hit the rear of you. We had a good battle there last season at Zandvoort. It's going to be a good track. I'll be watching from Switzerland. I should be hopefully getting Switzerland.
Well, let's ignore Zandvoort then. Let's talk about the next race that you'll be racing, which will be Silverstone. I think it's an all-rounder, really, and it suits everyone's car. There's some slow speed corners, there's high-speed corners, and some of the curbs are horrible, and the Bentley can abuse them. So
this is the bonus. Looking forward to Silverstone. If I remember rightly, I had a decent race 1 last season and race 2.
Race 2, you hit the pit wall.
I hit the pit wall of the new pit lane, the one that you can't use, because my headset died. I heard nothing. I got my son to charge my pad, and as it came on charge, because it completely died, the screen come up saying connect your controller, and obviously it disconnected my steering wheel for that brief second. So as he hit X, as quick as he could, bless him, I'd already hit the wall, so De Silva caught me. Bentley feels good at Silverstone, looking forward to it. It's a track I know well, it's a track we all know well.
Just don't hit your teammate.
Just don't hit my teammate, because he hit me last season. So
either way, don't hit each other.
Don't hit your teammate. Looking forward to it, but look, hats off to Ripper and Benno tonight, because they was mighty quick. I just think thank you to...
All I'm going to say is, when you do the highlights, you got a lot of highlights to go through, mate, because that race was fantastic.
I said to Mike in the party chat, the actual real-life race record at Kyle Army from the Kyle Army 9-hour in a GT3 was 2020. It was a 1 minute 42 dead. Just going to leave that one there. Even I got in the 41, so even I broke the record. So what they're doing in real life in the Kyle Army 9-hour, I have no idea. But they're slacking a bit. If I can beat their lap record, Benno and Ripper was just on another level. When I was sat 5 or 6 seconds off the back of them, thinking, I'm doing low 42s, high 41s. I'm feeling quick, feeling consistent. Thinking, if these two they was battling, and they was still doing low 42s. I'm thinking, when I'm having a battle with somebody, my pace drops, I'm still not pumping in these kind of lap times, but hats off to them guys. They was rapid. It sounded like it was fun on the stream, so...
Well done to Matt. You've done a decent job. Good points overall. Sadly, you didn't get driver of the day.
I got yours though, didn't I, Dan?
No, you didn't. Not tonight. We'll go to Pierre. Pierre, your driver of the day and final thoughts of Kyle Army tonight.
Well, Benno's just commented in the thing, his interview here. I've just added him to the comms box if he joins.
Oh, get him in.
Yeah, he just needs to make sure, obviously, that his mic settings are set to his voice to be loud so we can hear him. So if he can come in, that'd be fantastic to hear from Benno. PN, quickly.
Benno Kruger. What his PSN name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, quickly, before he joins, a roundup of Kyle Army and driver of the day, PN.
My driver of the day is Benno. He was just... Speaking of Benno, he's here. He was just fantastic in that race.
First things first, Benno, before we get on to chat, make sure that your mic settings are set to always be loud so we can hear you on the stream. I have to agree with you, PN. Benno, driver of the day. He came through the pack in race 1 and was coming through quickly, and then race 2, the fantastic fight with Ripper was unreal. Benno, can we hear you, buddy?
I hope so.
I hope so too. Mate, congratulations tonight. Tonight has been an epic night's worth of racing. Race 1 didn't quite go the way you wanted to, but race 2, you really took the fight to Ripper. How does it feel taking second place tonight?
Oh, I'm so sweaty. The fight was so intense. Yeah, it was so cool. It was so nice. I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it.
We thoroughly enjoyed it as well. We were just amazed at the level of respect between you and Ripper. You were so close to one another. You led most of the race, and then obviously the pit stops came. Ripper seemed to have the fresh set of tyres and caught you napping just at the wrong time. But it then came back to you again. It seemed like you two were just... It seems like when his tyres seemed to die off, you were stronger. Did you find that? Did you find that you were better in the second phase?
No, I think in the first stint, I was a little bit quicker, I thought. Then came the stop. Then I had cold tires. That was the problem. So I must defend very harder in this sense.
Yep.
But then the brake marker in turn 1, I don't know where it was. I think someone hit us.
God.
It confused me, and I braked too late and lost the position.
Yeah. Well, either way, I'm happy to announce that as well. You got driver of the day. 12 votes have been put in, and 42% of them has gone to yourself, and you've got mine and PN's as well. That shows how well you've done tonight, mate. A fantastic drive here tonight.
Oh, thank you.
We go to the next round of the season. We head to Zandvoort, and we do know that the Bentley is quite good around Zandvoort. What are your hopes there, and can you have another cracking fight with Ripper? Because we would love to see another 30 minutes of that again.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, but next week I cannot drive.
Oh, no, 2 Bentleys missing.
Yes, I'm so sorry, but I'm in the holidays with my girlfriend, so...
Well, I hope you two. I hope you two enjoy yourself, and you'll be back for Silverstone for the week after.
Yeah, definitely. Silverstone is one with Kalami and Bathurst, one of my favorite tracks. I love it.
Oh, good lad. Good lad. He said Bathurst, yes.
You did say that first, yeah.
Well, congratulations, Benno, on a fantastic drive here tonight and a well-deserved second place. And we will see you in 2 weeks' time at Silverstone. Yeah, congratulations, mate.
Thank you very much. See you.
See you later, mate. And that is it here for us at Simplay Motorsport here at Kyalami. It has been a fantastic night's worth of racing. Thank you to PN again for helping me out in the chat. And so far, it's looking quite good with stewarding because there's nothing popped up at the minute.
Well,
nothing yet. But we will see you guys on Sunday night, where we'll be live once again for the Porsche Super Cup. We head to Snetterton for the next round of the season. And can Fury continue his winning streak? Can he take a third and fourth win? Only 20-minute races. The cars are unstable. They're very twitchy and very difficult to race. Could Gary 131 make a guest appearance? And can he finally get his 25th pole position on a track that he seems to be amazing at? No one has ever seemed to beat him at Snet. Can he take pole position and possibly a race win if he turns up? That is the question. If you want to see if Gary turns up, make sure you tune in on Sunday night 8 p.m. UK time to see that. Myself will be in the Super Cup. We'll be back again at Zandvoort for AM on Tuesday night, where maybe the Retia will make an appearance. Who knows? But we'll see what comes on for the AMs on Tuesday night. Pro-Am will be back as well with PN on track. On the amateur side, you'll be having Fury and Matt on the comms, and you'll have Matt and Ben on Pro-Am. And then Thursday, once again, is myself and PN, the best duo here at Simplay Motorsport, bringing you the best action here, and Pro also producing some of the best racing as well. Ripper takes another 2 wins. Can anybody stop him from winning? Benno got close, but it's going to take until Silverstone for him to make his return. That is it for it. PN, it's been awesome. I think we need to have a break and try and catch up from all that chaos, because there's going to be chaos at Snetterton. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, don't I know it.
We've been Simplay Motorsport. I've been Dan Davis, and also PN Motorsport in the chat. We will see you in a couple of days' time at Snetterton. But from myself and PN, it is good night.
Good night.